Can
you hear us?
you hear? Hello.
Hello? Are you there?
Are
Sorry.
you processing our words?
We're late to starting this.
Late to the party.
Very late to starting
Robert
this.
and Vanessa.
Oh my God, Bernie Alvarado, you've already given us a super chat.
Bernard.
Bernie, you'd be very happy to know that your main competition in the Democratic race, Biden, has a message for all the black supporters out there today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. He's in the position to let you know. He's
You're not black if you don't vote for him. If you are black,
it tracks. There's proof.
Just needed to put that out there. Not my words, his. Just saying. This isn't a political debate. I'm trying to say. It's just facts. What's up? So who's in the chat right now? It's gonna be a fun one today. Thanks for the super chat, Rizzo.
Storm Williams.
So we got Della Yassine,
Juanpa PV,
MMA King, Storm Williams, Niraj, Erica Tuesday, Soskjair 1999. I love this show. Thank you, buddy. That's really sweet of you. And all right, so we got
Becerra.
So if you guys can go ahead and hit that like button, that would mean a lot to us. We don't say that ever, really, so we're gonna say it today.
If this video gets 250 likes, I have another surprise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for the super chat record deal. We'll be getting to everyone's super chats. You know how we do. If this is your first time here, thank you. Welcome. Hit the like button. Even if you don't like what you're watching already, do it anyway. Today's theme is going to be joy or sadness, movies that make us cry. And so, okay, we already got one person, Fluorescent, saying, oh my God. Oh my God. Fluorescent saying lovely bones. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good
and then let's see here. Grave of the Fireflies. What the hell is that? Hey, Megan Music, we love you too. Oh wow, we got so many comments coming in here.
Heck of chat.
Let's see if revisiting any of these will make us cry. So before we get to all the comments and the super chats and whatever, one that made me, I'm gonna go with the obvious ones, and then as we do this live stream, I'm sure more will be discovered as time goes on. I think a great example of a movie that you know is effective. And by the way, I'll try to give I'm gonna try my best to communicate, especially if it's like ending scenes.
Yes.
That way I don't ruin. I'm gonna try not to ruin it. I'm gonna do my absolute best. But have you seen The Green Mile?
No.
Okay. Well, The Green Mile,
I understand it's a crier.
The Green Mile was ruined for me before I ever watched it. I knew exactly what was going to happen. Not everything, but I knew, some big character beat moments that were going to happen. And by the time it started getting close to that big moment in the movie, I was watching it by myself. So embarrassing because when I was watching it by myself, I was knowing it was going to happen. Everyone's already ruined it for me. I was like crying on the living room floor. I was like laying on the living room floor like that.
Like a Roman.
Tears just streaming down my face, going, no, don't let it happen. It's like that effective ass thing where it's going to happen. Everyone's already confirmed it for you, but you really don't want it to happen. And yeah, The Green Mile was that was the one that really got me.
Ooh, somebody, a lot of people will be agreeing with you on that Green Mile.
And Mason in the chat saying onward. Yeah, I mean, especially I said it in our review. I cried like 3 times watching that movie, especially because of like dealing with brothers, dead father. I got some things I could relate with that and that shit. So it definitely got me very emotional. John, you got one you want to share?
I want to shout out Josh Wren right now because Sing Street is definitely a movie with some emotional notes in it. Definitely brought some tears out of me. And somebody else in the chat name checked Inside Out, which definitely made me cry. I know it's not your favorite Pixar movie, but that one, especially by the end, or the third act, when it's like this girl might just wind up depressed forever. I was really, really emotionally drawn into that.
And depending on how big the movie is, like just how major a movie is, we might just let it slip. Like for example, let's see if I can find it here. Bernie Alvarado.
Hey.
Thank you, Bernie Alvarado, for your contribution in the super chat. I love what's your cat's name? You have your cat here in your profile pic all the time.
Adorable.
Movies that made me cry of sadness. Titanic, during the sinking and the end. During the sinking, so it was like the actual sinking of the ship. I don't know anyone who cried during there.
Yes, that's good.
And TV episodes that made me cry of joy. My Hero Academia season 3, episode 11. One for all. Yeah, that I think we cried at that one. We reacted to every single episode of My Hero Academia. We reacted to on Patreon, and I think that one got us too.
I feel like it did. I feel like that was such a harrowing finale. That one.
The very first episode of the first episode of My Hero Academia that made me cry. For those who are My Hero Academia fans, that would be the one where Izuku and Midoriya. Wait, no, they're the same person. Midoriya.
Izuku, Midoriya, and Deku all go.
John, what's his fucking name? The half fire, half ice guy.
Oh, Todoroki.
The one where Todoroki and Midoriya fought each other for the first time, and then you learn more about Todoroki's backstory. That was the first My Hero episode that really got me teary-eyed. And Titanic, for sure. I saw that twice in the theaters, both times, and that was another one that got ruined for me. I knew what would happen to Jack. And to wake up, Jack, the shit's gonna be fucking ball like a little baby, man.
Yeah, man, that's the classic OG. Everybody and their moms is crying.
Yeah. And Billy Zane's performance.
Don't
Buzz Zane.
Don't be shitting on the Billy Zane. All right, that guy has made some quality material. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Bernie.
Yes.
What else do we got in this chat from the people here? Jojo Rabbit, good call.
A crier.
Mr. Bandley.
The shoes, man.
Jojo Rabbit. Oh yeah, the shoe scene.
Shoes.
Actually, it was closer to the ending. I forget one of the scenes with the girl who's locked in the house.
Dude,
don't want to ruin it.
Throughout a lot of the third act, it's like the closer it got to the end, the more I was getting teary-eyed, especially when the reality of the war all sets in and again, don't want to give away too many details, but I definitely shed both tears for that one.
You know what scene was making me we're going to be in the inner geekdom for fucking Schmodown. Which is boy, how
nerve-wracking.
We were like, why us?
Down to give it a go, but also
they keep putting us in that goddamn show. Why do we keep saying yes? I was doing some research on some things, and what was making me it's a couple of things I just stumbled on when I was doing just YouTube research on some scenes to get familiar. And people are bringing it up in the chat. Going through crowd reactions of Endgame when Black Panther and Shuri and Okoye appear through the portal, and the crowd's flipping their shit, and everyone starts showing up. For some reason, the second time I watched the movie, that was the scene that really got me very Tony's death. Yeah, sure, why not? but that scene in particular, that's a tear of joy moment, overwhelmed with joy. And then the other thing, because I was trying to remember all of Wonder Woman's teammates' names, Chief Nappy, Samir, Charlie, when they're going onto No Man's Land and they do that slow motion shot of Wonder Woman, she takes off, she's going up the ladder. Every fucking time I watch that scene, I cannot hold back.
I was quite teary in the theaters.
I looked over at you in the theater and I saw you doing this.
Yeah, man.
While you were crying.
Yeah. I was like, you go, girl. You do it. You're just doing it. Yeah.
DC figured it out. You guys, they're doing it.
We can finally rest in peace, the Snyder Cut.
Those are some very dear. Logan, yeah. People in the chat bringing up Logan.
Definitely got some tears during Logan.
Ooh, Ryan Beatty, our expert with Doctor Who on Patreon. John.
Definitely have cried during some Doctor Who.
People love our British accents that we do. So please humor them with your British accent by reading Rizzo Gaming's super chat. Thank you, Ryan.
Hi guys, Inside Out, Goodwill Hunting, Bridge to Terabithia, The Holiday, 17 Again, Titanic, Moulin Rouge, amongst more.
Ooh.
Those are all Moulin Rouge for sure.
Oh, 17 again for sure.
Zac Efron and Matthew Perry.
Why can't he stay 17? I actually never saw 17.
Why can't he stay Zac Efron?
Moulin Rouge. That's a big tearjerker right there. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
thank
seen
God.
it several times, including in the theaters.
Who directed it?
Baz Luhrmann.
Thank God. We're gonna quiz each other throughout.
Jim Broadbent's in it. A whole bunch of people.
All right, Bridge to Terror. I haven't seen Bridge to Terabithia.
Nope.
Those always make for the best live streams. I'm only going to focus on the ones I haven't seen. Goodwill Hunting. That's the first time I saw the Goodwill Hunting scene of It's Not Your Fault.
Oh yeah,
Was actually when Family Guy parodied it, and I didn't know what they were doing. when Stewie, it's Brian saying to Stewie, it's not your fault. Hey, back off, man. I didn't know what they were doing. I still thought it was funny. And then eventually when I watched Goodwill Hunting, I quickly flashed the Family Guy, but I was so in the moment. And yeah, that moment really did. I love those kind of tears. Those kind of, like, I don't really cry too often at death scenes. It's more of like those kind of moving emotional scenes when someone's coming to like realization or something beautiful or love or heroic. Like I can cry at like a romantic comedy or something, like in The Office when Jim proposed to Pam. Oh, that was a mess. Or when Chandler proposes to Monica and Friends. Oh, a mess.
Sensing a theme here.
Yeah. Proposals. The proposal.
That's the ultimate Greg Cry movie. Not gonna stop until it's over.
Oh, good call there, man. Yeah. John and Mr. Alexander, Edward Scissorhands when Winona Ryder is dancing in the snow. I wonder why that was so moving for you.
You know, I can sort of understand. There's something, I don't know if I've ever cried during it, but there is something weirdly moving about that sequence in Sleepy Hollow where little Ichabod and his mom, like there's that interlude where his mom is dancing and for a moment it's fine. And like there's something oddly beautiful in that Tim Burton-y moment that I feel like kind of carries over into whatever's at the DNA of that scene with Winona.
It's ironic because it's Tim Burton's career that's making me cry right now.
Exactly. Ha ha! Through the looking glass. Dumbo.
Biden said that if you're black and you vote for Trump, you're not really black. Just putting that out there.
You're not black.
But vote blue no matter
black.
What.
Hi, Megan Music.
Hi, Megan Music. Guys, good to see you here.
Hello, John Alexander.
MMA King in the chat. Marley and Me. Oh,
that is any movie that like stars a dog or an animal of some kind that's not cats and dogs. Yeah.
It's reminding me of the fucking Will Smith movie. My God, it's days like this when I have a Schmoedown match coming up where I'm like, I'm worried. I'm brain farting.
I think I did get teary-eyed during I Am Legend.
I Am Legend, yes.
With Sam. The scene with
That's
Sam.
The dog, yeah. Thanks, John.
If only those were in the kingdom, then I might have a shot.
Racadillo. Thank you, buddy. Watch Logan again last night, and that was absolutely, man. Dad. I still was kind of unsure why X23. Laura. Why Laura was calling him like, did she really view him as dad, or was it just in his dying moments that she was realizing he was dad?
In his dying
dies
moments,
in Logan. In case you guys didn't see it, I'm sorry to ruin it for you, but Logan dies.
In his dying moments, she realized how stem cell and cloning works, and realized that she's based off his genes, and thus decided to accept him as her father.
Wow, John, that's a great call,
dude. Someone cried during Green Book. And Batman Begins.
Batman Begins, huh?
That was Toy Story 3 and 4. That's a good call.
I gotta point this out. Solskjaer J19. Thank you, buddy, for your super chat. By the way, Schindler's List finale when he's giving the speech and he's saying, "I could have saved more." I actually haven't seen Schindler's List from beginning to end. I've only seen like the last half hour.
Okay.
I caught that when they randomly aired it, I think on NBC many years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, I did get teary-eyed.
Yeah, that is. I feel like that's one where, like, if you aren't affected, you have some kind of titanium emotional spectrum.
I mean, it's interesting to point shit like that out, like with Schindler's List, where you can just stumble upon a scene, and that's a good, like in The Patriot, Mel Gibson, directed by Roland Emmerich, co-starring Gregory Smith and Heath Ledger. When there's a death scene in the movie with the character, and Mel Gibson has a breakdown moment. He breaks the fuck down, and I walked into the theater. I was theater hopping with my dad, which you just can't do anymore because everything's reserved seating. But I was theater hopping with my those theaters. I theater hopped into the Patriot, and like 10 minutes before this death scene occurred, I came across the scene, and it's like the movie has like 40 minutes left or something like that. And yeah, like I was so moved. I started I'm like, I have no real investment in these characters because I just showed up here. But I'm very much moved by it. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen a few people shouting out "Up," which is like the go-to Pixar crier.
Yeah, you said it, John.
Lone Survivor. That's what I wasn't expecting to see. That's a cool call. All right.
Oh, before people get mad at us, I think we missed a couple super chats. Here.
What?
We got to do it, John. So I do that. Nope, I do that.
Click that guy. Yeah.
All right. So, who do we got here? We missed one from Soul Scare J. Just got Forrest Gump ruined for me. That's my fault. I haven't seen Forrest Gump.
I mean, there's a lot more to it than that.
All right. So, Jenny's gravestone update on Junior. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about there. Did Forrest Gump tear you up?
You know, I saw it. I've been seeing it since I was a child. And so I think because of that, no, not really. But, you know, if I wonder if I would had I seen it, you know, at this age or something like that. You know, it's like I grew up on that movie. And so like it's kind of second nature in a way.
Huh.
But if I watched it, it's been a long time since I've seen it. So I feel like at this stage of my life, I might be inclined to cry during various moments of that movie. There's a lot of heavy stuff in there.
Well, if I'm gonna get Forrest Gump ruined for me, I'm glad it's in the form of a super chat.
Yes, at least somebody paid to ruin the movie for you.
Travis, thank you for such a big contribution there, dude.
Thank you so
really
much.
Appreciate the support, Travis Austin.
Thank you.
He says, love this channel and your handsome, sexy faces. Oh, you're the handsome, sexy one.
Sexy
I can see from this tiny guy right here that you got a bitchin' bod. Movies that make me cry off the top of my head. Wind River. Yeah. Oh, there's the Indian character in there at the end. That made me. That was talking with Jeremy Renner. That got to me.
Yeah.
Factory Girl.
Ooh.
Imaginary Heroes. Rabbit Hole. To name it. You got some interesting ass picks here.
Interesting picks. Yeah.
I thought
cinema.
I thought everyone was gonna say, you know, Endgame.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2.
Wow, there's some great picks, dude. Random Andy's channel. Oh, a live chat. I'm at another live chat. Oh, well, thanks for your super chat, dude. But leave that live chat and get over here and just hang out with us, Random Andy's channel.
Where are your priorities, bruh?
But I appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you being here.
Oh, the man Brendan V is in the chat.
Oh, man.
What's up?
Let's see what everyone else in the chat's saying currently. The Mist, because the ending was such a letdown.
Oh, boy. There's a hot takes.
Who else? The
Short-term 12.
The Big Sick ending. Yeah,
That's a good call. Yeah, definitely.
Jesse Pup, thanks for being here in the chat, buddy.
Pursuit of Happiness is a crier.
Pursuit of Happiness is like the best tears ever.
Yeah. Yeah. It's inspiringly harrowing.
Like sometimes like the tears that really get me are when a character's trying not to cry. So when there's a part in the movie. I don't know if anyone's seen it. I mean, it's based on I think like a lot of people knew the story before it came out about this guy who was broke and then landed success for it. That's what I heard. Yeah. And then I'm like, I know where the movie's gonna go by the end of it.
It's not gonna be broke anymore.
So there's a scene in the movie, and if you guys have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about, where Will Smith is given an offer at a company. And he's worked his ass off here. So, because I think of what a lot of people go to with that film of what makes them cry is the bathroom scene with him and Jaden. Yeah. When he's having to, you know, make life fun with imagination when really they're living in a hellhole and they're homeless, you know? Like that's where a lot of people go to with that. But the scene that always gets me is towards the end when he gets the job offer. He's like, oh my god, it's starting to happen to me right now.
See,
it's not gonna happen on this
proof
stream,
is in the
guys.
pudding.
That's the challenge today.
Don't cry.
It's not gonna happen on live today. But
you know what I did once upon a time is I literally the Lion King, the scene where Simba is like alone in the gorge and Mufasa's dead and he's like calling out to anybody, like for whatever reason that scene was stuck in my head and I recited it a few times to the point that I started to cry just because of how sad the memory of that scene made me feel.
It's funny because there's this scene in Sleepless in Seattle where there's this I forget the character's name. There's this woman who's retelling the story of a movie to Tom Hanks, and she's just monologuing the whole movie, and she starts to cry as it's like a really funny scene because of how ridiculous it is that she's like just retelling a movie, and she's starting to cry about how moved she was. And I find that happens to me now more than ever. I might be like replaying a scene in my head, and I'll just start like tearing up about it, you know. But yeah, I don't know. See, the thing is, okay, people might be asking why this theme today, not just because it's like a fun one to go over, but I feel like the stigma towards crying has slowly been going, especially for men. Like the stigma is usually directed at men.
Everybody needs to cry sometime.
But I used to be on a lot of medication. And
stop my crying.
And before I was around the time I was like getting off my medication, one thing that, and this isn't like the only solution to getting off medication, I'm just saying that like one thing that I read about was how allowing yourself to cry can actually be more beneficial and more powerful than most antidepressants. And I feel like it just helps with not repressing or whatever. So for the men who are watching today, don't be afraid to cry. And I've still met those men today who are like, yeah, I never cry. I just don't cry. You know?
I can't. I try.
I don't know how to. Yeah.
Watch The Gray. That's a good men crying movie.
Absolutely. The end of Toy Story 3. Toy Story 4, Tanner in the chat is saying, in Toy Story 3. Toy Story 4 got me more than Toy Story 3, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think I'll go down that road with you. Although Toy Story 3, especially with like the we're gonna pass on to this little girl.
Yes.
Like, that definitely got me at the moment for show.
I love the chat, especially that Eric is starting it in the chat room. Let men cry.
Yes.
Let men cry.
You know what?
Let us cry. I need to cry. But we're doing it in the most masculine way. You
know what I hear more than ever is people going, like, I feel like I need to cry and I just can't. Like, I don't know. It's like I'm blocked up or something,
Yeah.
That's a real thing and it needs fixing.
Just go on a walk. Walk it off. Walk it off. Walk off the tears, man.
Walk off the tears. Get that sodium into my body.
All right. So who we got here? Rizzo Gaming. Thank you again for another super chat, dude. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, you did the British accent last time. I'm going to show you how to properly do a British accent.
Yeah, do it.
And the people from the UK always appreciate
do.
this. Lord of the Rings, The Green Mile, Lovely Bounds, Shawshank, 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
The Iron Giant. I'm reading the
Definitely.
comments, waiting for.
Definitely cried
Okay,
during
no
that
complaints
crying.
so far. Dragonheart.
Yes.
Toy Story 3.
Sure.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Sure.
Dead Poets, not Dead Poets Society.
Just if you
Just
see a dead poet.
Just if you find a dead poet at your local
it's worth
coffee
crying
bean,
over.
it's a sad thing to say.
It is. It is. That's right. That's right. It's pretty sad.
So dead poet yeah, die.
Sorry, Ryan.
Sweep your old chimney, all will. Yeah, those are some great picks. 12 Years a Slave. My God, that's a heavy film.
Yeah, man.
Actually, speaking of recounting a story in one's head and then crying about it, Hacksaw Ridge, if you go to my review for that, I'm talking about something in that movie and you could see me starting to tear up just talking about it.
You want to see Greg tear up during a review? Go watch the Call Me By Your Name review. Speaking of which, I got a great one, actually. One of the biggest impressions a film has left on me via tears was Fruitvale Station. Because, like, the whole first hour or so of that movie was not what I expected. I was like, oh wow, this is so vibrant and full of life and energetic. And then the moment of the movie we all know is comes, and like for the whole last 20-25 minutes I was just nonstop tears. Like, and I watched that at the old apartment by myself, and like, you know, you're never as expressive by yourself as you are with people or whatever, but I was just like full waterworks for that movie, man.
There's a lot of picks here for the fucking Marley and Me movie, dude. If you guys are just tuning in with me, if you'd hit that like button.
Yeah, it's up to 250.
Dylan Winder, thanks for being in the chat, buddy.
Dylan, Diego, Lasley, Nito Rad,
Fruitvale. Okay, yeah, there's some love for Fruitvale Station here, John.
Spike Jones is Her. That's another great call. That movie is one that like hits
that
me.
That movie
in
made
the
you
heart.
cry? Yeah, Her.
Yeah, I mean, I identified a lot with that movie. So
you did
with Theodore Twombly.
You identified with her.
Not with her, with him.
You identify with him?
Yeah.
Did you date a computer?
Well, I don't know.
Some AI.
That part of it.
Did you start?
That's right. I identified with the part where you get a surrogate to make, you know, your computer girlfriend's body, you know, a reality. But other than that, I couldn't really get into.
Doing too many chat rooms with a bunch of naked chicks, start thinking that you're actually your girlfriends, John?
That's right.
Is that it, John?
That's what I took away from that movie. Is this guy who loves webcam. He's just a sex addict.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh, in the chat, Jack is saying Fast and Furious 7.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a.
You don't even need to watch the fucking movie. You just gotta like watch that.
Fast forward
last couple minutes.
As soon as you hear Wiz Khalifa come on, you know.
That's absolutely true. Brendan V, thank you so much, dude. Brendan V, John, do your stereotypical gay guy voice. He likes it.
Toy Story 2, Meet the Robinsons and Wally.
John, he's the one who wants it.
Toy Story 2.
Homophobe. What are you thinking, John?
Now I gotta split the difference here. Meet the Robinsons, Wally.
Oh God. Actually, yeah, Wally. When I hadn't seen it since it came out in the theaters. I saw it again right when Disney Plus came out. Olivia, my female girlfriend. It's important to specify that before people start thinking otherwise about me. She wanted to watch it, and yeah, this time rewatching it, especially towards the end when Eva's really worried about Wally, when she thinks Wally might be deceased.
That's the scene.
A wreck.
That's the scene right there.
Actually, an interesting way to earn brownie points to my girlfriend is if I cry at something she wants to watch.
Oh,
something she loves. If I move by it, then and I'm that into it, it does wonders for our relationship.
Nice.
Turning me into a fucking sissy is what she's doing.
Making me a bitch. I can already feel the estrogen filling my system. It's okay. I won't tell anybody on you. Don't worry.
Thank you, Brendan V.
Nicholas Nunez Alvarez, are you talking about Jet Li's Fearless? Did you cry at the end of Jet Li's Fearless, or is there a different Fearless?
Robert in the chat is bringing up the movie Click, and Click is such an interesting movie to me because it's an Adam Sandler sci-fi comedy, but every time I hear about it, it's always about the emotion. No one ever tells me about the funny shit from Click. Everyone only tells me about like how they cried at Click. Have you seen it?
No, and I've not ever heard that part.
Have you heard how funny it is?
I've heard it was. I know people who like it and thought it was funny, so like they didn't go out of their way to tell me how funny it was, but they were like, "Yeah, I like that movie. It's funny." But I did not know it was like a tearjerker too.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, man. I gotta watch it now. I gotta go cry.
It takes this like really dark turn towards the end of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Props to them for doing that. It makes me that much more interested than I was before.
Niraj Krishna,
hey, buddy.
Niraj. Thank you, dude. Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 is a common theme here. A Star is Born. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. That was my favorite reaction of yours all week. Yes. But which part? There's so many parts to cry about.
3 specific parts in A Star is Born. And and when I rewatched it, same exact 3 moments got me. What that scene when fucking he brings Lady Gaga on stage.
Yeah.
That is one of the most moving scenes.
Doing it.
Oh my god,
She's doing it for real. She's good.
And like that was a scene that the more it kept going, the more I kept crying.
Yeah. I think I was right there with you.
Oh god, I was a wreck. I was a fucking wreck in that movie for sure.
Rackadillo. Good call. I was gonna name check 1917 at some point, but that is a movie that made me cry for sure. And I think it highlighted something as like I am often moved over stories where people are like exerting way past their limit to try and achieve some sort of goal, and like the amount of just harrowing emotion that, especially in the second half of the movie, after a certain specific point I won't spoil, that George McKay like has to carry and show. Like there were multiple times where I teared up or cried during that movie in multiple screenings. So,
really?
Yeah, man. Like, it's weird. It's like for as much
I
as
didn't
people
cry at that. Yeah.
I
loved it, but I didn't cry at it. Yeah.
And I don't blame you. It's weird. It's one of those movies where I think there's a lot to debate about, the form versus the content and all that. But yeah, there's just something about the body language and the aura of that movie that really affected me each time I saw it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty surprising.
Yeah. It was. I was a little surprised myself.
I'm seeing a lot of. Oh no, I missed it, John. I missed it.
Life is beautiful.
All right, guys. Before people get mad at us and being like, "You're skipping super chats. We can't make your accent made me cry." What do you mean my accent made you cry?
I love it.
What do you mean, Jambos? You generally hate this impression from the UK.
I really love the advice of punching the tears off your face. That is the true manly way to go.
That's great.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Punch him out.
All right, let's play. Let's do some catch up here. Oh my god,
let's eat some ketchup.
All right, okay. Well, John, I done fucked up the chat. Tell another movie you cried at.
Ooh, yeah, there's a movie called The Way Back that is a coming of age movie that I saw in the theater. I walked out of the theater with tears on my face. I walked right back in the theater and I saw it again. And that was the most recent time I can remember like going to a movie and then immediately watching it a second time. Yeah. And it was partly just to do with like the time and place in which it came out. And, I was going through some stuff at the time. So it's a coming of age story. And there were relevant themes involved. But yeah, that movie affected me quite a bit in a way I wasn't expecting.
Why won't it show? I have this photo of Mel Gibson and Colin Farrell up, and it's not showing.
Here, I can fix it. I know what I did.
God damn it, John.
Here, we'll just stop this little screen.
Fix
share.
it. Everyone's
Here,
leaving
we'll
the live stream now.
Let's go to this side. Okay.
Oh, yes.
There we go. I had it only sharing that particular Google window.
We have to catch up on
not the whole
super chats.
screen.
That's what you guys will see right here.
Yes, let men cry. Let men cry.
Look at that. Is that crazy? Colin Farrell should play the son of Mel Gibson. Colin Farrell should be in the reboot of Lethal Weapon.
Let's get that petition going. It's the time. Now's the time.
God, I'm trying to see what else here. You know what's funny is like I love Ryan Gosling, but none of his movies I think have actually made me tear up.
Really?
Blue Valentine. I'm wrong about that.
Blue Valentine. That is like a heart destroyer.
Blue Valentine really got to me.
Yeah.
All right, so playing some catch up here. Mimi M. Hey, Mimi. Thank you so much.
How you doing, dear?
Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
I need to see that. I want to see it so bad.
Room with Tommy Wiseau and Brie Larson. Fruitvale Station with I don't have a joke. And Detroit, both at the end. Also in Princess and the Frog, Ray's love to Evangeline. Princess and the Frog's still the one I haven't seen.
I like that movie a lot. You should watch it.
Oh, John, you have officially gotten rid of your racist card.
That's right. That's the way to do it. You watch The Princess and the Frog because that one draws the children in as well as the adults.
I've been waiting for that day to come, and you're finally
for me to start being racist.
You're finally not a racist anymore.
Does that mean I'm not all white anymore?
We'll see.
Okay.
Guys, if you're here to new to the stream, welcome to the chaos.
Welcome to the new
Welcome
cruelty.
to the fact that there's a shit ton of graphics on screen. Mel Gibson and Colin Farrell. You have a view of the chat.
Part of the charm is that these are off the cuff and plucky.
Yeah. We used to stress out about how like fucking like how unprofessional this looked, and then we realized when
That's
was that
part of
ever
the
our
fun.
style?
It's about being charmingly unprofessional.
Let men cry. Everyone chanted in the chat.
Let men cry.
Hi.
Let men cry.
Let the men
Let
cry.
men cry.
Gene Jeter, what's up, buddy? Guys, go check out his channel, Quarantine and Chill #3. And if you don't want to just listen, but look at some visuals, some beautiful women on the screen. The ending of The Pursuit of Happiness was full of emotions.
True.
Yes, it was. Now, when you just say full of emotions, that could be a wide variety.
It could be full of anger.
It could be full of like anger and lust.
Confusion.
But I did not cry.
Angry, lusty confusion.
I didn't cry. Thank you, chat, for let men cry. I didn't cry, but my girlfriend at the time did. I was touched that she was touched. And then eventually she let me touch her because she was being vulnerable.
I have been touched
and it
by
made
your
me
kids.
look like a sensitive guy.
I'm pretty sure
that I
I've
got to
touched
touch
them.
her. Yeah.
Well, that's touching.
And then she broke up with me, and now she's my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I was gonna say what happened.
I'm sorry to hear that. Oh no.
Oh, you gotta get them back.
Bring back the Mel. Bring back the Mel and Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
And then who else do we got here? Erica Tuesday. She's holding down the chat for us in so many ways right now.
Yeah, moderating.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Thank you for your satanic chat here, 666. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is a movie I can no longer watch with the soundtrack I can no longer listen to. Even thinking about it gets to me.
Wow. Very emotional movie.
Well, now Erica's opening up a fun question for me to throw to you guys in the chat. Is there a movie that was just so emotional or so triggering? Well, let's not go with that word. That could be very personal.
Yeah.
Is there a movie that's just so
so emotionally overwhelming
that you just can't watch it again because of how much that movie just gets to you? Yeah, don't go with the trigger word. Yeah, that could be a really weird.
Which films trigger your PTSD?
Yeah.
That's a good question, though. I mean, like, has anything affected you so much that it literally is difficult to watch again?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have one of those, honestly.
Robert in the chat is saying Agent Cody Banks 2.
Yeah, I cried because they released that.
The Pianist, was just watching what he went through, is just depressing. All right, that's a good call. Marley and Me. Actually, I've met a few people who have said that for Marley and Me. Way too emotional. Schindler's List is another one for sure. Some of the ones we've already brought up. Jack's comment in the chat is Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. So sad. To answer Greg's question, Celeste and Jesse Forever. Do you know what that movie is?
I've heard of it, and if I think hard enough, could probably maybe remember some casting, but I've not seen it.
Good Will Hunting. Do you have a movie that was just too emotional for you that you just couldn't, that you can't revisit?
The best I can gather is it would probably be the only movie I can think of that like really affected me in such a way that it's like I don't know when the next time I would be like I gotta watch this movie, but you know, Zero Dark 30 did a number on me, and I don't know if I would be keen to revisit it because you know that movie rattled my nerves in a weird way.
Dude, reviewing Zero Dark 30 with John when this channel was first getting started was such a hard experience because he just could not communicate that day.
Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know why. It was weird.
Like, what's the big deal? Just because of how accurate it feels to real life terrible acts of war.
Just because of how harrowing and how close to home it all hits.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear
that movie fucked me up.
Yeah, I know it did.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? I got one. What was it? I don't know if it was like too emotional. I wouldn't revisit it. But there was a time where I was like very anal, and I got this from the Wachowskis when they were brothers. Did I need to point that out? Does that make me look like a bad guy? Say no.
I think as you meant, it's a time and place marker, so I'll let it slide.
All right, good. Whew, not getting canceled today, boys and girls. or what? Okay, so they said that when they watched a screening of Bound with a like a gay and lesbian crowd, that the crowd was so moved that they couldn't ever watch the movie again because nothing could top that experience. So I had that experience with a movie, like not one I made, but just one I watched, that I was so moved by. I was so moved by it that I was like, I'm never going to watch this again until I've almost forgotten everything about it. That way I could try to replicate that level of emotional experience. Now, the reason I haven't watched it again since it came out more than a decade ago is because of how much hate the movie has received and how it is criticized as being a movie that did not deserve to win Best Picture. That I'm like, well, now I'm kind of afraid to go back and like it. Because
I was waiting for a clue. I did cry during this movie too, though.
And that is the movie Crash.
Yes. Not the David Cronenberg Crash about fetishy stuff.
No, it's the movie that
Paul
everyone's like,
Haggis
worst
Crash.
fucking movie ever. How does win Best Picture?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I saw it when I was like 15 or something. So maybe with a more mature mind, I won't like it as much. But at the time, it was so emotional for me. And maybe it was meant for 15-year-old kids.
To
tell me racism's wrong, little boy.
That's true. It is. Green Book's there for that.
Green Book's there for that now too. But Green Book, I was.
I mean, I got some emotions during that experience.
Oh, Blindside. People are saying that for Blindside. Yeah. Brokeback Mountain from LB in the chat is saying that. Santa Claus, huh?
Intense displays of kindness also get me. So to that tone, and I'm gonna mismatch the titles, and I need to see the documentary, but Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, definitely, Tom Hanks, Mr. Rogers, all that kind, understanding, benevolence really just overwhelms me.
Well, as a movie that made one that really, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood did make me cry, but Won't You Be My Neighbor?
I gotta see that.
I've talked about this on a live stream before. Like that I didn't know anything about Mr. Rogers. I didn't grow up on his show. Like I was familiar with the bits of Hello Neighbor, like that bit, but in the documentary, there's a lot in that documentary. It's like it explores his whole life.
Yeah.
And when there's this where he's like speaking to Congress or something about trying to make sure the show can stay on PBS and fighting for why, that moment, like I was crying and my girlfriend wasn't. She's like,
she called you a bitch.
She turned to me and said, I feel so goofy whenever I tell this story. She turned to me and she's like, are you crying? And then I went, he's changing the world with love.
But he was.
And he was.
That's great.
That's beautiful, moving. Man. It's fucking beautiful.
It is beautiful. What are you gonna say? I'm with you. I really want to watch that documentary soon.
Carter, we're going, us, we go through the super chat slowly. I'm sure we'll get to you. We'll do a quick recap of all of them to make sure that we got it. Okay.
I've seen Philadelphia. I've seen $1 Million Baby. Which I feel like that movie hasn't aged in terms of like public love and reception all that great, but that definitely got me choked up.
Sosje 1999. Yeah.
So scary.
So the Tyrell Corporation named that movie.
Oh, it's Blade Runner.
There you go.
Yeah. Took me a second. I was like, it's not Wayland.
All right.
No, I had to differentiate it from Wayland. That's why. That's Alien.
Castaway, Wilson, and Letting Go of His Fiance. Those are 3 separate movies that he's listed there. Castaway, the movie Wilson, and the movie Letting Go.
I love Letting Go of His Fiance. It's really hard. All those 90 minutes where he lets go of
Steve Martin comedy was like surprisingly emotional in the 90s.
Right, man.
No, the Wilson scene. In Castaways.
Sorry, Wilson.
And before that, I see here. Before that, you also said Inside Out, Bing Bong scene.
Oh yeah, man. Poor Bing Bong. Poor Richard Kind.
There should be like a smoking a bong scene that's like really emotional.
Have you
ever tried to smoke a bong while you're crying? Not easy.
There's, you know what? If no one's written it yet, one of us is gonna.
It's
write
gonna
that scene.
happen.
Yeah.
All right,
That scene needs to be there.
I'm gonna go through here really quick to make sure that I didn't miss Carter Lovejoy's, because we love Carter and I don't want to disappoint. We did not. We're just going in order.
Mm-hmm.
The Good Dinosaur. Yeah, Jasmine. Good call. The Good Dinosaur. That, you know, that movie gets a lot of flack for being like the less than movie, but I love that. I really love that film, and I was very emotional during that.
Yeah, it was. There are things I don't love especially about it, but there are things I think are particularly effective about it. So I'm a little mixed on it, but I think there's some good stuff in there.
Oh my God! Shouts out to Peter in the chat. He is saying that the Fox and the Hound. Fuck yeah, man!
Yeah,
when she has to let Todd. She has to let Todd go. That's the name of my cats, Todd and Copper. Two of our cats. She has to let Todd go. Oh, and then you're hearing her inner monologue like it's some fucking anime. that scene maybe. Yeah. Oh God.
Are you going there?
Try not to.
I can see your eyes
Sometimes
turning red.
I
can see your eyes turning red. I can see it playing just right there. Yeah. Oh, Awakenings. That's a movie I actually need to see. I need to see Awakenings for sure. But I've heard that's a very emotional film. Also,
God, Awakenings.
Yeah.
Robin Williams, Robert De Niro.
That's like that.
I'm a vegetable. I'm a fucking vegetable.
I
can't
I can't watch this movie now because I'm gonna want that the entire time.
I think it was Penny Marshall who made it.
Hey.
Awakenings is the that's Robert De Niro and Robin Williams. It's not a comedy at all. Robin Williams is a doctor. It's based on a true story. Robin Williams. Is there like a different word than vegetable? Is that like an offensive term that I'm just not realizing? Has no brain power, right? You get the point I'm getting at here.
Yeah, he's either brain damaged or brain dead.
And then they start doing. They figure out it's based on a true story of how to like help bring him back to normalcy.
Bring back consciousness.
It's very beautiful film. And yeah, that was De Niro got nominated for that movie.
Yeah,
very good. Right. He's a good actor, apparently.
Thank you, Judas.
Never would have thought. I always viewed him as like a Taylor Lautner or something. You know?
Connor Brown, good call as well. I did cry during Rocket Man for sure.
Oh yeah,
because also that I think any well done tale of somebody learning how to actually accept and love themselves. Those get to me.
See, there are so many people in this chat right now. How to Train Your Dragon 2, good call, Charles. There's so many people in this chat that are pointing out Click.
Hey.
People I know that are just chiming in right now.
Click, I'm gonna watch Click. All right,
Click is an emotional film. It's not. Most people talk about how sad it is and how funny it is.
Secret drama. I have no idea about.
There's some funny scenes, but but yeah, man, fuck.
But that's not the point.
That's not the point. The point is like there's a bunch of like, yeah, man, you gotta watch Click.
Hold on a second. How many likes are we at right now?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We'll check it out later. Guys, if you're new, hit the like button. We're going to check this at the 1 hour mark.
A walk to remember. Big Fish. Hey, Lisa Marie D. Good call on the
Lisa
Big
Marie
Fish.
D. Good.
Niraj. Ford versus Ferrari
versus
and
Batman.
A League of Their Own. There's no crying in baseball. Ha! The reference
to the cries.
But if you cried, there is crying in watching cinema. So you have the loophole there.
I feel like 4v Ferrari did make me tear up at one point, but I can't remember what it was. It wasn't the ending.
It wasn't quite the ending. I think it had something to do with. I'm trying to think now. I feel like it was most of the way through the movie, and I feel like it had something to do with him actually like. With Matt Damon and Christian Bale, and like they're succeeding outside of everything else, like
something there.
He gets his perfect lap or something like that. Yeah. Although I do got to say that the scene where Matt Damon at the very, very end comes and sees his kid and waves to the wife across, that got me at least misty for sure. I would love to go back and pinpoint the moment.
Yeah, we'll speed through it. And then we'll speed through. We'll
fast forward.
There, that's when I cried.
Oh, I'm crying now.
Even in fast motion, I'm crying. All right. I like what you're bringing up here. Thank you, Niraj, by the way, and Jeff West Jr. Thank you, buddy. Look at that thumbnail. God damn,
love it. Love that.
The Inception hallway fight. always makes me cry tears of joy. It just reminds me of being a kid, seeing movie magic for the first time. You know, I love your answer here. That's a great way to diversify this just a little bit. But by the way, really fast, Armageddon for sure. There's
space dementia.
There are certain. I'm having a hard time recalling it right now. Weirdly, I'm thinking of my brother of when he reacted to the Top Gun trailer, and he was so moved by the experience of that trailer, not because he's like this Top Gun fanatic, but what they've accomplished with filmmaking and what like he was just so moved by it that he started crying. And like, what is there anything in the chat that you guys can think of where it's just like movie magic on display, not necessarily like a death or, you know, a big like love scene, whatever, just something that was like, it was just such pure cinema magic that it actually got you emotional? Can you guys think of anything? Because that's a good call with like the Inception hallway fight, you know, that's a great call.
Oh man. Well, I think weirdly it's another Nolan film, but for me, I think even though I don't necessarily view Interstellar as a perfect film all the way across the board, when I saw that in IMAX in the theater and all that, and I was, you know, just surrounded by the scope and the scale and the spectacle, I was pretty moved by that alone, because in that moment I sat there going, I bet this is probably as close as I'll get right now to feeling what people might have felt seeing 2001 for the first time in a theater. And so yeah, that movie, you know, in a slightly different context, moved me in a similar way, where I was just like, wow, this is incredible. This is beautiful. Yeah.
Well, in the chat, we're getting Titanic. Let's Endgame's final battle. Yeah, I think Endgame. I think the epic battle of Endgame does qualify as that. There is a movie magic because there's something about it that because that Endgame final battle is working on a couple of levels where because you're moved by the fact that they're back. We all expected them to come back. You're moved by the moment, but it is also, at least for me, this thing of, oh wow, the joy and celebration of the culmination truly is felt in here. And so there is a movie magic mechanic, not really because of the visual like achievement, but more of the build-up achievement, you know, done with that. So yeah, I would say that. So Gabriel in the chat saying the score in Endgame, Wonder Woman, No Man's Land. Yeah, that's good call. Good call.
Jambos just called out Jack Frost with Michael Keaton. I mean, which one makes you cry more, though? Jack Frost with Michael Keaton or Jack Frost, the evil snowman slasher movie?
DCF, what's up? DCF Ron. Furious 7, of course. That last scene, of course, we talked about that. Bohemian Endgame. Oh, Bohemian Endgame. That was a great.
I love Bohemian.
Thanos!
And when all the members of Queen show up at the end to help Freddy defeat Thanos, it's great. And all the other bands who played Live Aid show up as well. Yeah. Which part of Bohemian Rhapsody did you cry at? I want to know.
Come on, that was funny.
That was funny. Thanos! Thanos!
All crowds. The fuck is wrong with the lyrics?
Why is everyone singing to me? Right?
There's one guy in the crowd like, that's not the word. What's he doing?
Just kill Thanos with confusion. Yeah. You cry. Which King Kong did you cry during Amina 1996? Coco. Alberto Urbina called out Coco, and that's a good call for sure.
Coco.
And Secretariat. Coco. I don't know if I cried, but I'm happy somebody remembers that movie.
Ooh, okay. Joel in the chat saying Coach Carter. So, I mean, what about inspirational movies? Ooh. Movies that are just so inspiring that they made you cry, you know?
That's a really good question. That's a bit more of a humdinger. It's a nuance.
Well, I think that's why that No Man Land scene in Wonder Woman is so effective, because it's inspiring. Oh my God.
It is the scene.
I can't deal.
Here's a classic man cry scene, and I want to know if you have or do cry during it. The T2 thumbs up. When he sinks into the metal, do you cry?
I don't
when
cry.
He knows why you cry?
I don't cry. I cry in leading up before he's in the lava.
Okay.
But the thumbs up now.
Okay.
Because there's not really a big like that's not one of the bigger moments. Like the big part is I now know why you cry. Like to me, in Terminator 2,
it's in that.
That's like
general
I understand human emotion now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like that's the big tear part.
That's
Yeah.
the part. Yeah, okay. That counts.
But the thumb, probably when I was a kid, the thumbs up moment. You know.
Yeah.
Now whenever I go in the pool, I do that.
Cannonball.
Yoda's death. Okay, we're getting a lot here.
Brad Pitt in that movie where he's dead. Meet Joe Black.
Varsity Blues, huh? That's one that is inspiring enough to make someone cry. Remember the Titans? I know there's a scene in there that's like so inspiring and had me tear up. But yeah. Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, that is just movie magic.
There's some moving stuff. Honey Boy, man, I feel like I would cry during Honey Boy. Homeward Bound, JJ Pitts, good call. I definitely cried as a youth. Animal movie, I haven't seen Marley and Me, but animal movies are good criers. John Cryer.
Kirsten in the chat saying, okay, I bring it up where dreams may come from. The scene where they are, the scene where dreams may come from. The scene where they are floating in the sky with angels and mermaids, and the idea of how your dreams become true, the beauty of dreams.
Oh my.
That's an inspiring movie magic moment. Tearjerker scene for her. Chase in the chat is saying Christopher Nolan, The Dark Knight. The two scenes with Joker and the Batman car chase. Yeah, I weirdly get a little bit emotional. Like I get I'm just so moved by how like incredible of an action scene that is.
Nails that.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good call. Great call.
Sometimes there's nothing more moving than just seeing somebody execute with such panache.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see here. Right, Rizzo Gaming, what's up? There you are again, buddy.
I have heard. I haven't seen Perks of Being a Wallflower. Always really gets me, he says. Perks of Being a Wallflower always really gets me.
But is Perks of Being a Wall, because it's such a positive title that I imagine it's probably a very emotional movie then.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, teen coming of age stories and stuff. I remember people would read it, like the book was really popular, I think when I was in high school or something like that. And then, the movie, I'm just like, oh yeah, there's going to be some brokenheartedness, probably. There's going to be some outcastness, and there's going to be some emotions.
99% of the time, if there's a movie that has this like super positive title, that means it's a very emotional hard drama.
Don't go watch Happiness.
Let's not forget
that. Salon.
Seriously, like 99%. Yeah, Happiness, Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah. There's a movie with Kirsten Dunst and Ryan Gosling about like this terrible couple based on a true story called All Good Things. Yeah. And it's not about all good things.
Nope.
It's always like really sad shit, man.
Happy titles or titles with the word
Star
American.
Born. Star is Born. Yeah. There you go. You guys get it. Thank you, Ryan. Ooh, we got a new person here. Thank you. Oh man, thank you, Peter Grindal. Oh my God, you have an intimidating ass motherfucking face,
dude. You look awesome.
You look like a guy who's trying.
I want to mess with you.
You look like a guy who someone said, "Are you gonna cry?" And you're like, "No, I'm not.
I'm never ever gonna cry.
I can't cry.
Now on, I'm never crying.
I have a condition."
It's called being a badass.
That's how we encourage other men to cry. We make fun of them on a live
until they cry, and then we treat them like we're doing them a favor.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Peter. You're really sweet. What's this comment? We're just fucking you out of love, buddy.
I'm from Norway. Don't tell me you guys didn't cry when the Fox and the Hound was left in the woods.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you for your major super chat too. Yeah, that I mean, even in the end with Copper and Todd having a showdown with each other, some real sad shit in there, dude. Fox and the Hound is probably the animated classics before Pixar. Fox and the Hound is definitely the one that has always consistently gotten me the most emotional.
Hey, I mean,
do you have one? What is it? Dumbo, Pinocchio, Cinderella. That's not how it goes. Cinderella.
Amadeus. I'm not sure if any of the Disney, besides The Lion King, I'm not sure if any of the classic Disney's made me weep bitter tears. I'm just so obsessed with your profile.
I know,
here.
Peter. This guy,
You
Peter, really
have
has
the best.
He has a very
you have
intimidating face.
The most, but you're like you have like this beautiful bone structure, but also you have this piercing look in your eye. And
Yeah.
it's like I want to look at you, but I'm also a little intimidated.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, the way I read your comment based off of your face here is, I'm from Norway. Don't tell me you guys didn't cry when the Fox and the Hound was left in the woods.
I cried. I cried all night.
Nobody makes me shed my own tears. Nobody makes me cry my own cry.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
David Souza, I am a bad person. I need to see Moonlight still.
Moonlight. Oh, Return of the King.
I am the only person, I think, in the world who really does like the hobbits on the bed scene.
Oh.
I'm like, they're all back together. They're so happy. Give it to them. Let them have it. Come on. But that's a detour. That's a side.
I can't meet you there.
I know nobody can, and I'm the only one who's like, I don't know. They're happy.
It's a little too over the top and too heavenly for me.
It's a little ethereal, yeah.
But I do cry when Aragorn is like, "No, we
bow to you."
and then they bow to the hobbits at the end. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that is
not a
very
dry
sad thing.
Except the man in our screening who yawned several times at the endings, but yeah, that's
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I had to pee right when what's the spot? Sheba? What's
Shelob. Yeah.
Shelob? Fuck! Oh my god! I didn't know that. When,
How did you ever do well in the showdown?
Shelob, the spider, shows up at the end. Like right around that time. Like there's like 2.5 hours of that movie left. I was already like, I need to start right then and there. I was like, oh shit, I need to go to the bathroom, and then it just kept getting worse.
That was the last samurai for me.
Oh man, Bambi, guys,
Bambi is a crier.
If you haven't hit that like button, make sure to hit that like button.
Bambi is an OG crier. That is an OG cry movie.
A Secret Life of Walter Mitty, huh?
Oh, I've read the story. I can see why it would make you cry for sure.
Aladdin. What in Aladdin made you cry? All right, let's see here. All right, cool. Now we sit in silence.
Yes, we refresh the stream.
Yeah.
We take a moment to observe all that has come before us.
Yeah, I've seen the bucket list, man.
Did you cry?
One of Morgan Freeman's things on his bucket list is
cry for the first time.
Yeah, I'm 89 years old and I haven't cried
I'm
yet.
such a man.
Yeah, the scene is one of his goals is to cry tears of joy or tears of laughter.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
and he does.
You're getting me.
It's a beautiful thing. Oh, Dobby in fucking Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows. Yeah, that's a sad one. Have you seen that yet?
No.
Why are you saying yeah?
Because I know it happened in the book.
You can't say yeah if you haven't seen it.
The books. I was
Just
emotional
saying.
during the book time.
And guys, I don't know if you know this, but there's a Snyder Cut coming out. What?
Well,
let's see here. Brendan V forgot Logan and Inside Out, although I try to block out Logan just because it's one of those movies that's too sad. Brendan V, man. Yeah, I agree with you on half of this. I love Logan. Inside Out. I don't know. I mean, maybe if I rewatch it, I cried at the end when she's like fucking talking to the goddamn. This is one of the rarest live streams, by the way, where we've had a theme and we're an hour in and we're still on that theme.
And we haven't broadened it out to like other genre, like types of media or anything. Yeah.
Oh, Anissa has entered the chat. What's up, girl?
Hey.
I thought you wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, look out.
She's working right now, but
it's on a break.
Literally, we're usually like on a whole bunch of different directions and tangents by this point. And the chat has taken over into something else. So yeah, we're still on this team. This is awesome.
We can go on a tangent with the Snyder
Cut. Forgot Logan and Inside Out. Well, dude, it's okay to feel. Don't be afraid to feel your feelings. If you ever feel a little bit blocked up, maybe watching Logan would be good for you. I'm just saying.
A laxative.
Have it on your disposal. And then Carter, after 40 minutes, we finally made it to your super chat, buddy. Carter Lovejoy. Thank you, Carter. Titanic made me cry when I was 9. Forrest Gump made me cry when I was 16.
So which one's sadder?
Logan made me cry when I was 22.
Solve for X.
Is this how you remember your years or what you did that? So what was life for you like when you were 16? I cried at Forrest Gump.
And that was just the whole year? Uh-huh.
John, you got to yes and faster.
Yes. And I have also cried during both those movies.
I haven't seen Forrest Gump yet. Titanic is such a good movie.
Actually, I don't know if I cried during Titanic.
I'm confused. Is Titanic a movie that people hate now?
That's a great question. I feel like there was the backlash because of, cute boy Leo at the time, but I feel like it has aged. It's weird. It's like even detractors. It's not like Avatar where nobody seems to like it, but it still has its status. I feel like Titanic is a respected film, whether people like it or not.
Well, dude, I'm glad you remember that. What movie made you cry at 22 years old? Stream's over, guys.
I love that there's a comment about Big Fish added to Lisa Marie because Lisa Marie is in several Tim Burton joints.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Lisa Marie is. Oh, I get you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Lisa Marie.
Not this Lisa Marie, though. Hi, Lisa Marie.
Red Room Trainer. Can you turn on that fan, John?
Always.
My God, it's hot in here. Red Room Train play when Luke Skywalker takes off Darth Vader's helmet. I'm always so into the design of Vader when the helmet is off that I can't get absorbed so much into the emotional moment of it.
Because you're like this white face thing is inside.
You're just trying to take in what Vader looks like. Although, when I rewatched the Skywalker saga in timeline order, I did get more emotional when I got to that part in Return of the Jedi. Because I was heavily invested in Jake Lloyd in the Phantom Menace.
Hey, man.
Look what happened to a little boy. You grew up to be this overweight, weird, white, albino, bald guy.
That poor child. That probably ruined his life more, too. Is like, people are thinking I'm going to grow up in this doughy guy.
Guys, look, you might think we missed your super chats, but trust me, we
just haven't gotten
we just haven't
yet.
gotten to your super
You're living
chat.
in the future. We're living in the past.
We will get there.
Oh, always we will get there. Let's see. Brendan V, we did. Carter Lovejoy. Random Andy.
All right.
Ooh.
Random Andy's channel.
Random Andy.
Thank you, Random Andy's channel. He's back in the game.
Look at that sexy profile pic.
Johnny Bravo, the man waiting till marriage. The Shape of Water. It was the only highlight of the whole month when I took my mom to get Mexico to get treatment, and it took me away for a couple hours. Then I saw Coco. Okay, so here's how I read your story, and this sounds like a really emotional experience that you went on of taking your mom to Mexico to get treatment, and I hope she's doing better now, buddy. It sounds like the way I read it, though, was you saw The Shape of Water, and then you had to take your mom to Mexico because she couldn't handle The Shape of Water to get treatment. It took me, and you're like, fine, now I can't enjoy Shape of Water. I'm going to go watch Coco with all the other Mexicans in Mexico.
Doctor, this woman watched The Shape of Water. We need to operate. Here's a copy of Coco. Wait here. Played that copy of Coco in the operating room as well. It's part of the treatment. For Shape of Water syndrome.
Well, dude, I mean, that's the power of cinema, though. When you're when you're going through something really hard, and then you go watch a movie that can take your mind off things and move you in a different emotional. Sometimes I'm like stressed about something before filming or whatever, or the day or the week coming, and then sometimes I'll watch a movie or a show, and then having a tear come out, like really crying at like a show or movie. Just does bring the sense of relief to make it easier to go and do the work and go about the week. So yeah,
Swiss Army Man was a movie that I cried a lot during, actually. And
and that Swiss Army Man.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Check it out. It's very emotional. It is a very emotional film, and it's also very quirky and off the walls. That's one of those movies that captured something that few movies I've ever seen do, where it's the weird, ineffable, difficult beauty of being alive. Like it's a special movie, I think.
All right, here we go. John Let's play some catch up.
Oh boy,
catch up, guys.
We're jumping on the train.
To all the people who it's like, bye, Jack. I see you leaving the chat.
Cheerio.
The Last of Us. Good call. All right, John Arwood, what's up, dude? Good to see you here, buddy.
Yo.
He said, hey, guys, love your vids, and I can't stay long. I just wanted to suggest if you wanted something funny to react to, try the FNAF. Oh, my God, Anissa, you're on lunch break and you're super chatting us. No, work.
Go save
Watch
people's lives.
Keep us in the background.
So
work.
So
you're really sweet, Anissa. Thank you.
There's Five Nights at Freddy's versus Ghostbusters.
I know.
I
we got
need to see
we
that.
got to screenshot this. I'm screenshotting it, buddy.
I want to see that so bad.
All right. Thank you, dude.
Good golly.
Appreciate it. That
Thank
sounds like
you
a
so
fun time.
much, Yeah.
All right. Solskjaer J. Sus J 1999 is saying Arrival got me bad. Finale with the beautiful, got me into a badass mode. Finale with the beautiful score. That's true. A lot of times scenes will not be as emotional unless the score is there. Sometimes I feel like the score of things can kind of be a little too much. Like they're like, I get it. I know how I'm supposed to feel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to harmonize, and it's got to elevate something that's already within the footage, not just tell you an emotion.
Yeah, because sometimes sitting in just the quietness of the atmosphere, like the one that does come to mind is Endgame, with like Tony dying, like before the music crescendo kicks in. It's just quiet around there. It's just debris here in the background and fire trickling, And I find like that being caught in the reality of that can often be more powerful than having like swelling music kicking in.
Yeah, you just feel the room and the air, and it puts you really soberly, I think, feet on the ground in a way.
Yeah. Especially like a death scene, I think.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like a lot of death scenes actually benefit from the lack of music. But that's just me. Shutter Island. Ooh, there's some heavy stuff inside Shutter Island.
Marriage Story. Have you seen Marriage Story yet?
Not beyond that first 40 minutes.
God, such a funny movie.
It sounds like. Yeah, I can't wait for
It
the
surprisingly is though.
That's what I've been told, is that they advertised it like it was only going to be this drama, and it's actually pretty funny too.
All right, so what are we at here?
We are at Carter again.
Carter back in the chat.
Also, Snape's memories in Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Oh my God, he was in love with Lily.
That's right, Lily Potter's mother.
You haven't seen it.
I know. I can't speak to the story.
Haven't seen Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
I haven't.
You're not a true Potterhead.
That's right. That's right. That's
true
true.
Harry Potter fans.
It's not enough to read all the books.
Did you read the whole book?
I read all the books, and I've listened to them multiple times on audio.
But you haven't seen the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
I haven't seen 6, 7, or 7 Part 2.
What is wrong with you? How are you going to be in the inner geekdom?
By having read the books. And then also by having a decent knowledge of what's been in the movies up till that point.
Jesus
and then also
Christ.
I'll probably watch at least one of those movies tonight. And then,
who does he play in Fantastic Beasts? This guy right here.
Colin Farrell. He plays the guy from the Ministry of Magic who turns out to be, well, I don't want to spoil it for everybody. I don't remember what his name is before.
God damn it, John.
Before he's Grindelwald, I don't remember what his name is. He's like the fucking horror guy. He's like, I'm Captain.
I'm gonna whisper it
track
to you guys. It's
Percival Graves. Is that what it was? Percival Graves? I knew that.
Know your movies, John.
I knew that character, who's also in not a book.
CLB Bartlett. What's up, LB? LB, we just put up a shout out for you today, LB from Arkansas. That's just generic Southern guy. Never Let Me Go. The little indie flick with Keira Knightley, Andrew Garfield, and Carrie. Dude, if Carrie Mulligan's in the movie, odds are it's gonna be a tearjerker.
Yes.
Okay, she always goes for the super fucking heavy. When's she gonna do some slapstick comedy? Destroyed me. It's so sad. Yeah, I bet.
Dude, is that the one? Didn't Alex Garland, LB? If you catch this question, comment. Did Alex Garland write that movie? Because I remember distinctly when it came out. It's one that's been on my list.
Never Let Me Go.
Yeah,
isn't that the fucking the A24 Annapurna one? No,
might be.
I'm thinking of like the lake or whatever.
Oh no. Is it Under the Silver Lake?
Yeah, that's the one thing.
No, yeah. This is this is about. It's a vaguely sci-fi drama, I think, about like clones or something. I'm not sure.
No. Whoa. Are people ruining? Hey, if there's any spoilers in here for my show, Supernatural, you better not say it.
Don't you be ruining Supernatural. I will kill I won't kill anybody.
Oh my God. Does this mean we can't read the live stream now?
I don't know.
We need a moderator.
We do. We do.
Did you see it?
No.
I think I saw it. That's too bad. Apparently, DiCaprio does not get onto the door with Rose at the end of Titanic.
I've been waiting to finish the movie just so I could see that happen.
Oh man,
just so I could see him live.
Let's see here.
Yes, rest in peace.
Wow, someone said Joker on top of the car when he's doing the got him teary-eyed. I don't know why that would get someone teary-eyed.
Do you want to start your own violent revolution?
You're the reason why that movie got so much criticism, man.
Are you hoping to start a Joker-esque movement yourself? Because I can definitely see it being moving in that scenario.
All right, let's continue playing some catch-up. Hopefully we do not get... Oh, I think I got Supernatural spoiled for me. Someone put it in the comments. That's the risk you run here.
Yeah,
that's the risk you run here.
I'm surprised it's taken this many streams, I guess, to get to this point.
Let's see here. James Milley, Boys Don't Cry. That's a hard movie to sit through. I mean, that's a hard movie. Good call, though. Thank you, James Milley, for that contribution. That's a really great call.
Did Karen Kusama direct that too, or was that only Girl Fight?
Karen Kusama. She didn't direct Boys Don't Cry.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
How are you going to ever do well in the inner geekdom?
That's right. Where they ask questions about Boys Don't Cry.
Boys Don't Cry. Yeah. $1 Million Baby. There's Hillary Swank wheels in that one.
Oh, don't roll Clint Eastwood.
Geared Towards Inc. Follow my homeboy Geared Towards Inc. on Instagram.
You and I still got to chat, bro.
Amazing shoes. You haven't messaged him back?
I haven't FaceTimed.
What the hell?
It's different.
What's up, dude? DJ. Hello from me and my girlfriend, Amanda. Amanda wants to know, Greg, will you have a threesome with me and my girlfriend? The answer is no. My girlfriend won't let me partake, but she can partake with you guys.
Double standard.
Mid-90s made me cry. The mid-90s were a really rough time.
That's true. Very cynical.
Yeah. The Rodney Dangerfield story.
Yes. Rodney Dangerfield really suffered.
Homer Simpson killed his wife. It was a really tough time in the mid-90s.
It was, man.
I'm a 90s kid, so if you want to ask me about 90s history, I really know my shit.
Nintendo.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Weird Science. It was emotional and it had some tense scenes. Mid-90s. I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't too. I would like to. It looked interesting, at least. I'm excited. I'm interested.
Sorry, we'll get our second win at the hour and a half mark.
Yes.
You know how we go.
15 minutes.
I'm going to keep powering through. Once we're at the 90-minute mark,
I'm curious
no
to
strings
see
attached at that point.
what Jonah Hill's directing chops are like. But that's good. I'm glad to know it's emotional.
Yeah, guys. Sorry we're lagging. You got to understand, man. I had Time Warner come in here. Let me say this to people in person. I had time. We have Spectrum. We have the highest grade internet you could afford. And right now, Spectrum is having so many problems. And yeah, we are often having lagging issues right now. So we're doing the best we possibly can.
Lagula.
And I'm sorry about that. But, eventually it all makes sense. Sorry about the sinking.
I just love that Just A. Kessler is just shouting okay.
Okay. All right, bye, Red Room Trainer. Ooh, funny people. Yeah, that gets to me for sure.
Dude, especially that original cut we saw at that test screening. I'll never forget.
Oh my God. We're like 40 minutes behind.
I'm sorry, Geared Towards Inc.
All right, let's see here. What do we got?
We got Colin Farrell and Mel Gibson. That's what we got.
Beautiful Bliss. Real men do cry.
Do cry. You heard it here first.
Going off of your comment, Beautiful Bliss, what I'll say to that is, I used to say, his comment right here, real men do cry. I used to say that to be a man, that means you got to face your fears. And the thing is, a lot of men are scared to feel their tears. I don't think that's how it went. So, if to be a real man, you gotta be willing to feel.
Yeah, it's scary to feel. You should challenge that feeling of fear
and vote for Trump and Biden this fall.
If you vote for Trump, you're not black. Objectively,
Just
it's
vote
impossible.
vote for them both. Make it happen. PJ, a new patron of ours, is here in the last
Peach.
live stream. What's up, dude? What's up, guys? Pandemic Jones checking in. Yeah,
Yes,
buddy.
Pandemic Jones.
Way to embrace that. I hope that's what you put on your applications for your new job. The pursuit of happiness is one for me. Avengers Endgame gets me every time when Thanos loses. Just kidding. No, you're not. We all know the actual scene that gets me. Comment, John.
Yeah, it's when the rat turns on the time machine and Ant-Man comes.
The animals don't get enough credit. They're treated unfairly, and the rat probably
was
died.
instrumental to bringing the world back, and nobody knows it. Whatever it takes.
How you feel, John?
Thank you.
Queen Edgy saying, answer my DMs. Are you the one? Did someone send me a dick pic recently?
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a good dick or was it not a good dick?
I thought it was my dick.
Somebody sent you a picture of your own dick. I guess that's strange.
I
in a
replied,
whole other
how
way.
did you get this?
Where the answer to your DMs
And
is
the
yes.
answer turned me on.
yeah.
Yeah, The Green Mile. That was like the first movie I brought up. Gladiator. Haven't seen Honey Boy yet. No, I gotta check out Honey Boy.
Honey Boy and Peanut Butter Falcon both. I need to see from last year. Shia's coming back.
Dude, Call Me By Your Name did make me cry. You guys should watch my review for Call Me By Your Name.
You'll see it.
You'll see that, like, as I'm doing my review, I start to cry. That's all I'm gonna say.
Cries
Call
while
Me
he's
By Your
eating a
Name
peach.
made me cry. Absolutely.
Call me by your peach.
All right, where are we at?
We are everywhere
We're
and
catching
nowhere.
up. We're catching up.
We're getting close.
See what's misleading about these super chats is that we think we're on track. You got this scroll bar here,
But then when you adjust it, it gets
then
a
you
bit
adjust
smaller.
it, and then you're like, "Oh my god, we're way behind." Yeah, that's
You guys are way
Whoa,
behind.
what happened to my Mel?
What happened to my Mel? What happened to my Mel?
Of course, dude. We're trying to read all the comments. Eric Horseman, my homie, dude. I wish they had the time of when the comments come in here. Eric Horseman.
4:59 p.m.
It's right here.
right under his name. So wish granted. And these are moments of tears of joy.
So we're 32 minutes, but 33 minutes behind. All right.
All right.
We'll get there.
Friggin' late.
Eric, thank you dude. That's such a big super chat, buddy. Thank you, man. Freaking late again. Any movie where an animal is abused, hurt, or dies, that damn movie up. The weeper of all weepers. I mean, the total ugly cry. Terms of endearment. Oh yeah, no. There's two people in my life that I know that cannot handle animal death or animal abuse scenes whatsoever. Olivia and a guy who you've seen on this channel for sure. If you've been watching this channel long enough, our great friend, one of my best friends, Andrew Gordon. He hasn't seen any of Game of Thrones because of the amount of animal deaths are in it. He doesn't like spoilers either. Like Olivia will sometimes get something spoiled for her just so she can make sure to skip an animal death scene. And sometimes I do that too. Like when we went to go watch Pet Cemetery, going off your question, Eric Horseman, went to go watch Pet Cemetery. I was like, fuck, she agreed to go.
It's called Pet Cemetery. It's in the title.
I talked to the Wendy Lee at Collider, and I just had this whole long conversation with her. And I texted John Roca and Perry Nemiroff to try and make sure, like, guys, what animal deaths are there so I could keep a fucking lookout for that shit. And I hate when people give me answers of like, yeah, this thing happens, but don't worry. There's going to be some sweet revenge in the end. That's like telling me, yeah, the dog dies in John Wick, but John Wick's going to fuck them up. I'm still like, I didn't know when the dog's going to die.
Yeah. That's
like,
the part of
that's
concern.
Good for I'm glad the movie will do that, but I'm going to get in major trouble if I do not successfully avoid this moment.
I'm not asking for me, okay?
Yeah.
This isn't about my taste.
No, 100%. Yeah, I feel you there. And another movie that made me ugly cry, World Trade Center.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, that one really made me cry.
Yeah. Oh, anything that pulls like a real life tragedy onto the screen,
absolutely,
is a tricky one.
Let's see if we can end this live stream on time by 6:15.
Oh man, that's gonna be
every super chat gets one word answers today.
Yes, I too cried.
One word.
Good choice.
Let's see here.
Ooh, wow.
Man in Deer King, we are live. P.S. I love you.
Who's the guy on the right? Why?
Amber Jones. I know that name. I
Amber
swear my
Jones.
weekends are now revolved around watching these live streams and drinking alone. You're not drinking alone tonight,
You're
Amber.
not
You're
drinking
right here
alone.
with us. We got orange juice in there.
Orange juice and a little bit of fun. Samir Tesfaye.
Thank you, buddy.
Tesfaye.
Tales of Iroh, leaves from the vine falling so slowly, like fragile. Oh my God, this is a poetic super chat. Tales of Iroh, leaves from the vine falling so slowly. John, let's say it in harmony. Like fragile tiny shells drifting in the foam. Little soldier boy, come marching home. Brave soldier boy, come marching home. Oh, it is a song. I see the musical notes now. Do you know that song?
I don't actually, at least not by the lyrics alone and our attempt at harmonizing them. But I would like to look it up. Maybe I'll cry.
Is there a song that's made you cry?
Oh goodness! Oh, you probably. I would have to put some thought on that, but I'm trying to think. There is a song that there's a song I really love by a band called Spoon called Goodnight Laura. That's kind of like a lullaby, and it's very sweet and it's very dear, and it's not made specifically for sad scenarios, although it does come back to me in a lot of occasions. And one of those occasions is when somebody leaves the mortal plane. And so I've cried to that song a fair few times. I don't know if that context didn't exist, if it would be the same, but it is a very emotionally affecting song.
You know, there's a song that made me cry by who's the girl? Regina Spektor.
Yeah.
Regina Spektor has a song called That Time, and in the third verse, it's like the music's always building, and then by the time you get to this part in the verse, like a lot of the instruments drop out and her voice goes really quiet and soft, because it's a story of like reflecting with a past lover. Like, do you remember that time when this happened? That time? And it's like a lot of lyrics, and then when the music's really loud, and then suddenly it slows down, and she goes, "Do you remember that time that you OD'd?" And then it's like really heavy, and her ex-lover almost died on an overdose situation.
Yeah.
And that was like, I thought this was just about missing your ex. Yeah. But yeah, she paints such a great picture with her and her boyfriend having this like great ass background story for sure. Yeah.
Like there's a Queens of the Stone Age song called Like Clockwork that is incredibly heart-wrenching, and that song I know has made me cry. I Appear Missing, I think, is another one.
Do you guys have songs that have made you cry? Dragonheart. Sure.
Dragonheart?
Oh, yeah, no, with the dragon.
Yeah. Sean Connery, the dragon, and your boy Thewlis as the snivelly, like, prince guy.
And yes, to answer someone's question here, yeah, I know. I look like Jabby Kawai for a reason.
What?
I am part of the stem cell research program in the early 2000s, and then I was born.
Gotta love stem cells.
Yeah, CLB is chiming in about the Regina Spektor song too.
Let's spoon together.
Hey, Jam, you're in our live stream. Yeah,
dude, the Imogene Heap song from the Dear Sister sketch. What you say?
Peter Grindal, Dumbo. Thank you, Peter Grindal. That's a big what?
Your profile pic is gone. He's the guy from Norway with the awesome profile.
What
pic.
The fuck, Peter?
With the intense eyes.
Why'd you take away your profile pic? We loved it.
Peter.
I'm letting you know that if we make a crack like that, that's because we actually love it. We never mean anything in a mean way.
Yeah. No, you have a great profile pic.
That was like, just please bring your profile pic.
Your profile pic is great.
You look fuck, Peter.
You're a good looking dude.
Don't do that. Dumbo, the moment Dumbo's mom tries to confront him while she's locked up in a cell.
That's hard, yeah.
Oh yeah, when Dumbo's mom comes in and she's like, "Were you smoking reefer at the circus, Dumbo?
I'm gonna trunk slap you so hard. Get over here.
Get over here." And then Dumbo's mom
go
gets
out in the
shit out of
backyard,
her, and then they have to put Dumbo's mom down.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a really heartbreaking scene.
It was a big lesson for a lot of kids.
I mean, I'm a big Disney fan, but I think Disney took it a little too far, and I'm glad they kept it out of the remake.
And added in all that stuff with those kids the movie didn't care about.
Hey, O'Box, happy to see you in the chat.
Oh my goodness gracious, Jarhead! I remember that movie. I don't think I cried, but it's definitely a heavy movie.
Oh, Jarhead. Yeah, I cried when he's like trying to masturbate in the bathroom, but then he can't fucking do it.
I know.
Yeah.
How many times I've been in that scenario?
You're not a Disney fan, Olivia. You're a liar.
Yeah.
Liar.
Liar, liar. Plants for
You
hire.
guys want to see a tease for something that we're gonna put out? Look at that.
Oh,
Do you guys?
oh.
Do you guys?
Can you see
Do you
that?
guys see it?
Here, you're gonna make that.
Do you
shit
guys
full
see?
screen. There you go.
Oh. Do you guys see?
Oh, look
We're
out!
doing a collaboration tomorrow. That's Lee Wanell and Jason Blum
And they're joining the channel.
They're
as
joining the
newest Real
channel
Rejects
because they got nothing else better to
Yeah,
do.
like, guys, we don't know how to make
That's-
movies anymore. You have to do it.
Lee Wanell, director of Invisible Man. Jason Blum, head of Blumhouse. Got to do an interview with them. Video should be up either tomorrow or Monday. Anyway, let's see if anyone cares.
My sweet Nan.
All right, where are we at here?
Nancy. Have a work deadline.
Oh,
so-
Nancy,
No, don't miss the live
Nancy.
stream today.
Why are the female presence, the 15% demographic of the audience of the Real Rejects, all working today?
Yeah.
Why is the world getting woke where women are working?
Hey, but Nancy is doing a great service to us and various creators by trying to support creators I watch a lot more. So, happy Saturday, smiley face, Nancy. You are the shiznit.
Thank you for chiming
you
in
for your
today,
generosity.
Nancy. It's really sweet of you. Thank you.
Thank you for your love and for your support. Like, I guess it sounds trite when people say that a lot, but seriously.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Hey, Erica, why are you getting so mad in the chat right now?
What do you have seriously?
All right. Sosker J, 1999. My girl, he can't see without his glasses. What does that mean?
It's gotta be the film My Girl and the moment of he can't see without his glasses.
Are you telling the truth? Are you making a joke?
That's a literal guess. I think there is a film called My Girl. I haven't seen this moment, but I'm guessing that it's a moment from My Girl. And
is that true?
I have just told you. I'm guessing based on what I think is true. I'm not doing a bit, if that's what you want to know. But actually, this kindles something within me. Solskjaer, because oddly enough, people losing their glasses or having glasses broken makes me very sentimental in movies in general. In fact,
sentimental for their glasses. You never had glasses.
I know, but there's something about that where like a character loses their glasses and they can't see and like they're helpless, and that makes me so sad in such a weirdly specific way. And yeah, I didn't have glasses growing up, so I don't know why, but every time I've seen that in a movie or show, it makes me feel a very specific kind of sadness. And in The Mummy, 1999.
Yeah, the dude when he's when he's in the underground.
And he loses his glasses and he can't see. And I don't know if I all the way cried, but if I didn't, I got close because I felt so bad for that guy. I was like, you're bound to this invention that if you lose it, it's sad.
I could do a whole live stream of all the moments in Friends that made me cry. And by the way, everyone in the chat who's seen My Girl is agreeing with you.
Yeah. Thanks.
So
thanks for the backup, people. Tell him.
I could do a whole live stream about all the scenes in Friends that made me cry.
Do it right now.
Like when Ross in the last episode is like, "Did she get off the plane?" And then you hear Rachel in the background say, "I got off the plane." Oh my God. They were meant to be, and she was not meant to pursue her career in France.
Yeah. Don't broaden your horizons that way.
Fat Thor. Fat Thor made me cry. Yeah, all right. Where are we at here?
I guess I could see that.
I don't know. I mean, I think the only MCU movie that really made me cry. Actually, no, Eric Killmonger's death scene in Black Panther did make me cry for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's emotional.
Let's see here. John Arwood back in the live stream chat.
Ooh.
The Bucket List with Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman always breaks my heart. Appreciate your super chat, buddy.
There you go.
And yeah, that is that was a movie that critics didn't really love, but it's a definite crowd pleaser and a tearjerker of a movie. So I got to give that to you, man.
Guess I'm gonna have to watch it.
And Eric Horseman back again here in the
Back in action.
You don't have to keep super chatting, buddy. Appreciate all you've contributed so far, though. Anyone mention A Marriage Story will F you up.
Yes, we have mentioned.
Actually, yeah, you know, the scene in A Marriage Story when Adam Driver is reading a letter towards the end of the movie, that scene really made me emotional for him. Not the big scene that kept going around Twitter where he's like fucking losing it, and
the scene that everybody captioned. If you've ever been to an acting class, you've seen this scene.
Oh, is that what they were making fun of with Adam Driver about? He's fucking great in that scene.
Well, I mean, from what I understand, the acting is great there. But yeah, that was
build up to that yelling scene.
You
know it's gonna come eventually in that movie. They're gonna fucking like scream.
They're gonna have it out. Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I saw that sentiment echoed a lot of like, yep, every acting class ever.
Oh, actually, you know, Dark Side Master is bringing up in the chat with Yondu's death and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
That was my favorite part of that movie too.
Yeah,
that whole all the Yondu stuff. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Don't be sorry for being late. Just be happy for being here.
There's apparently the MCU gets emotional for a lot of people.
I'm glad to see a Kung Fu Hustle name check. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one again.
Kung Fu Hustle made someone cry. That's surprising.
The mute girl scene. I'm trying to draw it to memory. I know I've seen the movie, but still,
we're an hour and a half in, and we're still on the same topic. This has never happened before.
This is the best topic. You've outdone yourself.
This has never happened before. It's crazy.
And it'll never happen again.
Let's see here.
Where are we at? Beautiful.
And even the super chats are about it. That's crazy. I'm just proud of this live stream today. We did it, guys.
Beautiful bliss. Beautiful bliss.
You bring me beautiful. You bring me. You know what I'm trying to say. Beautiful big bliss boobs. Hacksaw Ridge is based on a real story. It's pretty damn close to real life. You know, I never looked up how. Thank you for your super chat, by the way. I've never looked up how accurate of a movie that was. Like, did he really do all? I heard Mel Gibson, the man right here. I heard him once say that there was so much that they didn't put in it that is true, but he didn't think that in the movie in the time allotted that people would believe that any of that actually happened, that he actually pulled off in real life.
So the movie is like truth light.
Yeah.
Like it's the true stuff, but with more of it taken out just because people wouldn't believe how true it is.
I mean, not only did he save people in World War II without using any guns, any weapons, like he saved a bunch of lives on the battlefield. He also resurrected people from the dead. And because there was a lack of breathing room in Hacksaw Ridge, they didn't think it would have had enough time to let people really believe the truth.
It's too much mumbo jumbo.
Desmond Doss saved a bunch of brought people back from the dead,
but he did it. Read a book.
Read a book, you'll find it. He's a descendant of Jesus and Joe Biden.
And if you didn't watch Hacksaw Ridge, you're not black.
You're not black.
So.
Yeah. That fucking comment.
It's just like, oh, dude. Oh, why? Come on, man.
So embarrassing.
And I feel like every time a politician goes on like the Breakfast Club or something like that, it's always like, I want to see one of those go well. Maybe Obama did one, but like, I just flash back to Hillary Clinton and the hot sauce thing, and I'm like, stop pandering.
There's this comedian Hannah Hannah something.
Hannah Gadsby?
Yeah, the Australian comedian. She has a Netflix special. That was like a strange experience because it's such a vulnerable stand-up comedy special that was having me go from like skyrocketing laughter to just a mess of tears. It's just like up and down. That is a very unique stand-up special, and that was an incredible one.
Hannah Gadsby did that to me, and also Chris Gethard's HBO special.
Oh, did you watch that? The Hannah Gadsby, that you saw the special?
Oh yeah, Nanette, yeah. In fact, on your recommendation at the old apartment, I put it on, and
really,
yeah, and quite moving, quite funny. Both, all the above, and yeah, I just had a very similar experience. I wish I remembered the title of it, but yeah, if you go on HBO, Chris Gethard does like a one-man one-man show / stand-up set that is equally vulnerable but also hilarious.
Really, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
don't double feature them, otherwise you'll be a weepy mess.
Well, dude, guys, if you haven't hit the like button yet, make sure to hit the like button. We're going an hour 37 minutes. We're doing okay.
We're doing okay.
Ooh, The Dark Knight Rises. Nah, I never cried at that. I thought I would.
Yeah, I didn't cry. I had a great time.
A beautiful boy, beautiful mind,
A beautiful mind, a beautiful boy.
beautiful mind. Yeah.
Beautiful with Javier Bardem.
Dylan Winder, what's up, buddy?
You're overdoing it, and it's super effective. What is that?
Oh, okay. So, God, I just lost
Dylan
comment.
Winder.
Someone in the Amber is talking with someone about Sixth Sense, Unbreakable. That made me cry. At the one of the closer to last scenes when Bruce Willis is across from his son, and then he opens up the newspaper, sees the hooded figure. And he sees the hooded figure and he thinks it's his dad, who's Bruce Willis. And then Spencer Tree Clark is the kid's name.
Yeah.
Spencer Tree Clark looks up at his dad across the table, but the mom's in the corner. She doesn't know about what he really does. And he just goes like this, and then they both start to cry. Oh my God.
It's a father-son moment.
Yeah,
too.
and like they share this kid, and he knows the truth, and then the son always believed in him. You know, like, oh my God, that is a very fucking emotional scene. Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah,
Good Cowell, good Simon Cowell.
Fuck yeah, M. Night Shyamalan.
The master tearjerker, M. Night Shyamalan.
Creed 2 with the baby's loss of hearings. Yeah.
Creed 2 is emotional. Michael B. Jordan's good at picking emotional projects.
All right, where are we at here? Twins in Kindergarten Cop give me nostalgic tears. Thanks, J. 1999. I would say so. Kindergarten Cop more for me than Twins.
Not so tough without your car.
Kindergarten Cop really got to me.
Yeah. Who's your daddy and what? Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. I cried because I didn't know that when I first saw it.
All right, we're temporarily caught up with the super chats in this stream format here. Katie Orlando!
Katie!
The Theory of Everything, I Am Sam, Milk, Mystic River, Dead Man Walking, Fast Times at Richmond High, The Interpreter.
The Report, Dark Waters, Spotlight.
I was naming Sean Penn movies.
Oh, they're all Sean Penn movies.
Yeah,
good.
This guy doesn't know movies. I don't know how he ever did well in the Schmodown that one year.
It's easy. Let's get those questions.
I haven't seen The Theory of Everything, but I Am Sam and Milk. Yeah, those are definitely emotional movies, man.
Theory of Everything I will vouch for as being an emotional experience. Saw that in the theater. And Charlie Cox is in it.
Yeah.
As the guy who's not Stephen Hawking, but winds up being like I don't want to tell you in case it spoils the movie of these people's real lives. He basically, it's a weird position for him as a character though, because he's basically got to, be with Stephen Hawking's wife.
Is there any movies that you've seen? Well, thank you, Katie Orlando. And your mom, is that your daughter? I hope you guys are having a great weekend.
Or are you the little girl and that's your mom?
And in this
because
case,
if you're on, you shouldn't have a YouTube account.
Ask your mom for her credit card information so you can increase your super chat. Then you'd be good to go. Have you had any emotional, like tear experience, like teary-eyed experiences or crying experiences with your folks around that you were like? Because when I cry around my family with a movie, I really don't want them to know I'm crying. I really have no interest in letting them know. I just feel like they're gonna like not make fun of me, but insult me.
Or they're gonna be looking at you.
That they're gonna judge me or some shit. Even though I've had some like real heart-to-heart moments with my family and we've cried about stuff. To this day, if I'm crying in a movie and they're next to me, they're the last people. I'll let everyone next to me who I don't know. I'll let them see me cry, but I don't want my family to know I'm crying.
Yeah, it's weird. You get like brazen about like I'll cry in front of strangers. I don't care.
Yeah,
but yeah, if it's my my closest living relatives. I can't show them that. I get that way a bit. I mean, yeah, if I'm with my family, there is a bit more of like, okay, I'm going to maintain my composure. But if it's a film that's just knocked us all over, I'm trying to think of a good example though.
So what is there a movie that as a family you've collectively cried together for?
Goodness golly. There has to be one. I feel like there is one. But I would need a moment to rack my brain.
For me, it was World Trade Center. That's all I could think of.
Yeah.
That was like, we're all crying together on this one. I feel it, I feel it. But that's the only one I could really think of.
Yeah. I'm trying to think because we go see movies that have like a certain whimsy or something, or that we all like. If we're all getting out there, it's typically not on the heavier dramatic end of the spectrum. I don't want to cop out. I know I cried with my family during, again, 1917, but there's probably a better, I know I can feel it, there's a better example than that, and I can't put my finger on it yet.
I feel like our generation, like how all of our friends are having kids now, I feel like our generation with their kids, they're going to be willing to cry with them.
I would hope so,
because I think that like it's still at our age and our parents, like your parents are a little bit more on the sensitive side than a lot of other parents are. Like, I don't feel like your family would like make fun of you or judge you for crying. My family definitely will. So,
you being a bitch over there?
Yeah, but I think like our generation with their kids, they're gonna be like a family unit with tears and stuff. I think it's gonna be more acceptable, more willing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can see that for sure. I could definitely see the future generations as we as men learn that it's okay to cry.
Where are we at here? Anissa should be working. She should be working.
Where's Anissa? We'll play that game.
You're right here. Anissa is not working at the emergency room. She's supposed to be working at the emergency room, and what she's doing is slacking off, snorting some coke, and putting it up with some hardcore Texans who accidentally shot themselves in the knee today, and she's trying to just get away from work.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Play that hooky. Leave them to. They can take care of themselves.
Yeah, man.
You're in Texas.
And then, well, I need to fix this. We need Mel and Colin Farrell, the two greatest men of all time, to be showing. Mel is sad, porn star Colin Farrell. DCF Ron. Ron is the currency, Romania, and not my name. My bad. We totally shouted out the currency.
Dollars. What's up?
Dollars. Roman currency.
Very sorry about that, DCF.
And actually, I could tease this. There's some riot in the. Okay, hold on a second. And the Live Aid scene from Bohemian Rhapsody was movie magic for me and sparked my newfound love for Queen. You know what else is great movie magic? What's great magic of the Live Aid performance? Watching the YouTube video of the actual performance uncut and the real experience of it.
Yeah,
it's pretty damn good too, buddy. Yeah, I'm like so cynical towards that movie.
I mean, I don't love that movie, but I will. I cannot begrudge anybody that rush of emotion for the Live Aid scene, because I feel like if I was fully pulled into that movie, I might have gotten there too.
This is just fucked, man.
So yeah, it's okay, DCF. Even if we're not here with you, we're spiritually with you.
Just with Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm just like one of those people that I get. That's something I get with the Live Aid scene. I get why people are moved. I just have this complete different perspective on that scene. Whatever, I won't ruin it for you. I'm glad you love Bohemian Rhapsody, and Rami Malek is incredible in the role. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad you loved it.
And Bryan Singer is a great director.
John,
what? Harvey Weinstein deserves
It's okay.
Oh, damn. Taking those.
Wow.
This is satire.
Wow, John.
I take it all back.
It's not satire. He's made that comment to me in private many times.
I know.
Peter Grindal has got his profile picked back. Thank you, buddy.
Yes.
I'm sorry. His name is Peter Grindal Noak.
I do cry.
You can't make that mistake from the last super chat. Peter Grindal Noak. Thanks for being here, dude. Admit it, guys. You cry when you see my face. I don't cry. I become like a little boy on the inside because I'm so scared of the intimidation you project my way.
Well, yeah, you can cry out of, tears of fear.
But thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I appreciate that big time, buddy.
Oh, yeah. I definitely cry when I see your face for a lot of different reasons. It's very conflicting.
Oh yeah, 100%. Jackson Perez, great call. The
Yeah.
old message scenes from Interstellar when he gets back from the water planet crushes me every time. Fuck. Oh, and the goddamn scene that became like a meme,
The meme
when Matthew McConaughey's crying and people did these like hilarious videos of
him
Matthew
reacting.
McConaughey reacting to the Star Wars trailer and he's crying. Like that scene is so good. He's so fucking good in that scene. And yeah, that like I get why it's a meme, but in the theaters, I was crying like a little baby. That was a very emotional scene.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And I mean, I feel like Matthew McConaughey has a meme quality just to his persona, but that scene really breaks through it, and like it's impossible not to react emotionally.
Amber in the chat saying she cried in front of her dad for In Bruges. What scene in Bruges that makes someone cry?
When the little person gets shot.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
I
was so little I didn't see him.
Isn't that what he says? Or Ray finds he's like, oh, I see. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure where
movie,
you
man.
would cry. Tell us where you cried. Where did you cry? Was it towards like the very, very end when the ambiguous thing is taking over?
Oh, what? Fucking. And this is not in the chat anymore.
I'll kill her.
I'll kill her. I'm gonna message her right away.
What are you doing?
All right, let me see where we are in the chat. Oh man, we're almost okay. Oh, we're slightly caught up. The Gene Jeter, what's up, buddy? Quarantine and Chill, Part 3.
Yes.
Check out his channel. The ending of You've Got Mail gave me tears of joy. Or on the inside, I wanted it to be you, Meg Ryan's character. Yeah, see, like a rom-com like that will definitely make me cry. That's like acts of love are always way more powerful to me in terms of being moved to tears than any other type of thing that might provoke tears. The acts of love like that. So rom-coms often do make me cry.
Yeah, that's a good.
You don't cry at rom-coms.
I have.
You're always
It's
like,
weird.
why are people dating? Just fuck each other and move on.
Yeah,
That's
we give.
Every romantic comedy.
Why does
so are they gonna fuck?
Why do these characters bother with all this dialogue and connection? Just fuck already.
You guys don't realize it, but he's a perv.
I mostly just watch pornography films.
Yes, James, we did read your super chat, buddy. That's why you can't leave. You got to be very patient. You got to be so patient.
Wait around.
You submit a super chat, you got to give us at least an hour to get there. We will get there.
Yeah, it'll be on a massive delay, but we're thorough, if nothing else.
We try to hop around between non-super chats to super chats to just us chiming in about our own thing. But yeah, Gene Jeter, I'll meet you there, buddy. And also the original one that it's based off of. What is the original one? My girlfriend's gonna murder me. She showed me that one.
Oh, is it like a classic film?
Yeah, it's a classic film. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I forget the name.
Maybe she'll comment in the chat and call you an idiot or something.
Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. I think we're caught up on the regular chat here. Let's see. Yeah, we are.
Uh-oh. Look out. Bernie's back.
George Lopez. Thank you, Bernie Alvarado. George Lopez comedy show. Why You Crying made me cry of laughter. Ha, 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 ha.
I remember vividly when that dropped. I've never seen the special, but I remember it being advertised constantly.
It's funny because George Lopez show is like a funny family show. And then you listen to his stand-up, you're like, oh, he's like a really edgy comedian.
Oh, really? Damn, I'm gonna have
it's
to
like
listen to
Bob.
George
You haven't
Lopez.
heard any George Lopez stand-ups? Oh, he swears
No.
a shit ton, man.
Well, now I'm interested.
I mean, but like Bob Saget had the same thing with me. Like Bob Saget on Full House, and then suddenly you hear a stand-up, you're like, this guy's got pervy humor.
Yeah. Bob Saget. Yeah, I was aware.
Like Ray Romano's stand-up from Everybody Loves Raymond is like. It's like an edgy version of Ray Romano from Everybody Loves Raymond. You know?
Edgy. Not that edgy.
But dude, what's a movie that made me cry of laughter? There's something I've reacted to on this channel that it was like one of those Supernatural conventions where I was crying of laughter for sure.
Oh god.
But there's definitely a movie I've seen that I cried of laughter during.
Was it the influence bit with when they're talking about Castiel's influence?
But there was definitely bye Ashley, get some sleep.
Hi, Ash.
But there's definitely a movie. I think I recently saw the movie Good Boys, and no, Middleditch and Schwartz, the Netflix special. There was a moment that made me cry of laughter for sure. Watch that shit if you want to cry of laughter. So thanks for reminding me of that, Bernie Alvarado. Means a lot.
Means the world.
I actually saw a scene in The Sopranos recently where this overweight woman of a wife of a mob guy is struggling with losing weight, and then the husband's coming down on her very hard, and she gets like very emotional and vulnerable how hard it is for her to lose weight. And man, her screen time on the show is like 30 minutes of screen time in total so far over the course of many episodes, and that shit really got to me, as I can relate with that. Yeah. I can, like, losing weight is a very hard.
Oh, that's like a very human relatable thing. I would love to see that scene. I love moments like that, especially when like an actor who's like been around or whatever popping up here and there, like actually gets a moment to really make an impression with a scene or whatever. Yeah. Like that's always really gratifying.
I mean, if you guys want to see John shirtless, you should check out our Star Wars fan film reaction, the Kenobi Star Wars fan film reaction.
Yeah.
See John shirtless. Check out that hot bod.
The picture you post on Patreon is perhaps one of my least favorite pictures of myself ever.
Why? I posted one right next to me of you.
Your body looks a lot better than mine right now.
What are you talking about?
I'm a little doughy right now.
What? No, but it doesn't show at all, dude. Like, if I'm a little bloated, it shows in my face. Look, I look heavier than you naturally.
With your shirt on.
but usually we're shirtless.
You don't see this in the office, but yeah, most of the time we put those shirts on when the camera starts to roll, but the rest of the time it's just us in our underwear.
And then even GPK, the product placement people, sent us a screenshot of the photos. You see the email? He took the photo himself and was like, "You're going above and beyond."
Hey, I'm glad then. Then thank you for pushing me.
I'm sorry, John. I didn't realize it was going to make you feel self-conscious.
Oh, it's all right.
I thought you embraced your shirtless, naked self.
It's here and there. It depends. No, it's not that big a deal.
Wait, you guys aren't enjoying that? There's people in the chat who apparently don't like that photo. What the hell?
Wow. Thanks, guys. After all this,
after
empowering me to like the photo, now I find out I was right all along to hate it. It looks better in the video where you can't see the bottom of my stomach.
I'm sorry, I was doing the full body shot. I was like aligning it with the wall. I was doing a perfect crop.
It's reality. It's good.
I'm sorry, John.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
What made John cry was the photo I posted on Patreon of us shirtless.
It's okay. This is a good reminder to keep at those 1-minute planks every day.
I'm sorry, Anissa. No, Anissa. Your major super chat. You're so sweet.
Anissa.
She said, "I'm on lunch. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. I wish I could be here the entire time. You both know, just out here helping save lives." Oh, way to credit yourself. Pursuit of happiness, all the right places in Cocoa, because it reminds me of my great grandmother who I close to. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, Nissa, I miss you. You know who makes me cry? You made me cry because of how much you have been so supportive to us and go so far and beyond. I love you, Anissa. John, tell her.
Anissa, nobody goes as above and beyond as you do for this channel.
I showed the naked photo, the shirtless photo of us, primarily so she could see you without your shirt on.
Do I need to take my shirt off now?
For Anissa.
All right, I'll take my shirt off again. She's not even here.
Yeah,
not gonna do it.
Don't do it, John.
Unless somebody else wants to see.
How discouraging would it be if you took your shirt off
and then everyone left?
Everyone left the live stream.
And then all those likes went away. Never show you the new surprise.
So bad.
And now I really don't want to test this theory out.
You should test it. That would be so funny. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I feel like
it'd be funny if it actually happened. Like the idea of it happening.
But the idea is
the idea of it happening is funny, but
I would laugh.
Actually happening, I would feel really bad about it happening.
I would be amused initially, and then I would go home and feel very bad. Yeah.
All right, so where are we at?
That's for y'all.
Oh yeah. Let's catch up here.
Attack and release.
Thank you, Anissa. Beautiful Bliss. Thanks again, buddy.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark Death.
That's the name of my new band.
Death. We are Tony Stark Death. We are the death of Stark.
Oh, dude, that's your
Iron Man.
That's your Marvel Game of Thrones cover band. Just cover all the theme music.
You're such a slag, John. I don't know what that means.
Ooh, a slag. That's not an endearing term, at least overseas in the UK. When you're slagging somebody off, it's not a good thing. So thanks, Giselle St. Clair.
All right. So Love Lamsey Waves 2019 was incredibly depressing.
You guys see that? I heard great things.
Well, thanks for your super chat, dude. Who's this badass? Is that you? You look like a badass motherfucker right here, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
What's that name mean? Love Lamsey. I got nothing for you. I'm sorry.
Maybe this guy's Lamsey.
I haven't seen Waves. Wait, I think I've seen a little bit of that. That's like a John answer. I've seen bits and pieces, which is enough to qualify.
Well, it depends. I mean, usually when I say I've seen bits and pieces, I just try to speak to the impression that they gave me.
Slag is like slut in the UK. Yeah, but you like that slutty John, don't you?
Okay. I guess I am a slag then, at least in terms of...
we totally
I'll yes and you because it's not as mean as I thought it was.
Ethan Holgate, go back to the beginning of this live stream. I mentioned the Patriot of what you're talking about.
A couple times.
Thank you, Love Lamsey. Colby Franklin, what you got in store for us? Thank you for your super chat, dude. A movie that made me cry was the Real Rejects movie. Such emotion in that movie. Greg and John, those are such amazing actors. It brought me to tears. Oh, thanks, Colby Franklin. You're one of the few people that saw it. If you guys haven't seen the Real Rejects movie, what basically happens in it is Greg and John, they go on the movie trivia schmodown match. In case you guys don't know what that is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a movie trivia competition show, and they end up going on the show as a team. They end up losing, but then Greg, he gets caught up in a time loop where he's able to keep going on the same match every single day because everyone's like, people should stop. Greg and John shouldn't be teamed up anymore. And then Greg gets so much power and authority from getting a perfect round one, not letting John answer, belittling him. Their friendship ends apart. That's the all is lost moment. Dark night of the soul. Greg thinks he can be on his own, and then he realizes they're better as a team. Then the finale, and then they lose. So there you go. That's the Real Rejects movie for you.
It was very
a time loop film.
It was a grueling shoot based on true events.
Are our mics not on? Are you fucking with us?
What?
They're fucking with us. They're fucking with us, right?
How did I grow my hair so
Q-Box,
long?
you got my attention. I see your name there.
I got my hair so long by not cutting it for years on end.
All right. Okay. Q-Box, I hear you. All right, let's go here.
Sup, the director. How you doing?
All right. Eric Horseman back in the chat. 13 and Call Me By Your Name.
Catherine Hardwick and Luca Guadagnino.
I love movies about teen struggles. Those really get to me.
Sexual coming of age.
That's what
teens
right?
getting into trouble.
Yeah, man.
Learning about life, eating the apple of knowledge.
Oh, God.
Or
yeah.
the peach.
13 and Calling By Your Name. Absolutely. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. That's some good fucking sad movies right there. Yeah. LB. Oh, my God. I thought we were caught up.
Yeah, that's always
the worry.
There you go.
All right. LB. Thank you, LB. Thank you, dear. Yes, Alex Garland adapted the screenplay from a book. What book is she talking about?
Call Me By Your Name.
Kazugo.
No. Sorry.
Alex Garland.
Never let me go.
Writer,
Never let me go.
Ex Machina made Call Me By Your Name.
Gay love sci-fi. Which is an underserved genre.
What was the movie?
It was Never Let Me Go.
Oh.
With Andrew Garfield and
thanks for clarifying that. Alex Garland's a hell of a writer. I actually listened to this video today. It's like a 12-minute video that is called Structuring a Screenplay Advice from Working Screenwriters. And Alex Garland has a tip in there that is the most simplistic and easiest to duplicate version of how to duplicate mapping out a screenplay. So if you guys are interested in screenwriting, just go look that up, and you should find Alex Garland has some great advice in there.
Yeah, all scripts end on page 90.
Yeah.
So once you're there, you're done.
You got to know everything about your characters in the first 10 pages. Done. Landon Smith. What a great name. That's an action hero name.
Yeah.
Landon Smith. Saddest supernatural moment so far for you? Ooh. Oh, God. What was it? I definitely have cried in Supernatural. I think it was when Dean was talking about his experience in hell and who he ended up becoming.
Yeah.
And like having to murder a bunch of souls. If you guys have only started Supernatural, I'm being a dick because I'm trying to avoid Supernatural spoilers, and now I'm spoiling some shit.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. But yeah, I mean that's like a season 4 spoiler, so you know it's not the worst.
3, 4, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere there. But yeah, that would probably be the one for me. That's the most sad Supernatural moment.
At the moment, what comes to mind is just I'm not going to get too specific, but at the tail end of season 4, there's a certain realization that comes over Sam that is very heartbreaking. I'll
Gabriel is the part in Supernatural when the purple guy snaps half of all life got me in tears. He's doing Ivan Ooze reference from Power Rangers.
Which is Robert England. Fake news.
Thank you for that, Landon Smith. Random Manny's channel back at it again. Hey Nancy, I see you here, dear. She is mom Randy, and we asked about Random Manny's channel after going to the hospital. She is better. Just look up. Love movies. Both. Oh wait, that's right. I'm so sorry. He did mention that his mom passed last time. Last time he was like, no, it was like a stream or 2 streams ago.
Yeah,
that's right. I've had that happen before. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you an awkward story to make up for my awkwardness of forgetting about your mom passing. We had a friend in school, John and I, whose dad passed away. This was like in junior high when this happened. Okay. So it was like 20 years ago or something. And then my dad was at some event with me. And then I was like hanging out with the girl in the class, and I was like talking with her, and we were just having fun, just like, you know, chit-chatting, whatever. And then my dad comes up and is like, oh, hey, how are you? Person's name, who I won't mention for privacy. And then he's like, oh, is your, like, her dad just passed like a week ago. And then, do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
don't say the name.
It'll all fit in when I hear the end.
So then my dad says it's like, oh, so is your dad in there, like in the room where the parents are? And then she just goes, no. And then I had to be like, her dad died, remember? This was like a few days ago. And then he's like, oh, that's right, he was a great person. I just tried like covering it up.
No.
It's really awkward.
Oh my. Oh, that. Well, you know.
So it wasn't as embarrassing as that. Yes. Right? Random Manny's channel.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I couldn't even yes and that. That was pretty embarrassing.
Just saying. Hey, we got Life Wells in here saying, Ryan, you're my favorite YouTuber. You're welcome. Aww. Ryan Wright, always happy to serve you.
Yes, he's always here.
Eric Horseman, not a movie, but almost every episode of The Haunting of Hill House. Thanks, Flanagan. Oh, yeah. Eric Horseman was like one of the main people that got me to watch A Haunting Hill. He got you to watch Haunting Hill House for Patreon. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's something in there that really got me emotional. Mike Flanagan just makes real emotional shit, but there was definitely something in there that got me very emotional.
I mean, there are a lot of moments I could imagine, but I mean, when they finally reveal what's up with the bent neck lady and Nell and that whole thing, like that really sent me for a wolf.
Yeah.
I was really, really impacted by that episode in particular. But like I feel like there's got to be like a moment with Luke or something, because especially when he's off and he's at rehab and he's with that other woman, like I feel like there's probably something with him that may have moved me that way.
I get you, man. I mean, it's hard rehab stuff. I mean, they tried to make me go to rehab, but I said tomorrow.
I'll get some information first and then make my own decision.
Hey, Justin Heddle in the chat has a great question. Are there any things that make you cry because you know they are done? Like, oh, they're done. Now I'm sad.
Ooh.
Like this live stream. See you guys.
Maybe less now than before. I almost feel
Now
like
it's like, oh wow, they actually committed to ending. Good for you guys.
I still don't beat by it though. It may come back.
Still buy it though. No. Jackson Perez. Oh, here we go. Another MCU contribution of something that got a man emotional. Thank you, buddy. The scene from Winter Soldier when Cap is getting beat up by Bucky and says, I can do this all day. Now he says, then finish it because I'm with you till the end of the line. Oh yeah, that's a great call, Jackson. That's a fantastic call, Jackson. Yeah, good call on that, dude.
Those kinds of moments too, where like somebody is like fighting with when someone's like fighting with a character or a person they like really are connected to or care about, and especially when one character refuses to fight,
right?
Like those moments where it's like, come on, fight back. Those because you know the person who's not fighting, you're just like, stick to your guns. Yeah. move them with your motion.
That's a good call, John.
Yeah. Thank you.
Chase Gardner. The Hunger Games. Thank you, Chase. The Hunger Games movie series made me cry. All of them? Even the third one?
Or the third one, part 2?
The third one, I don't know about that one. That one did make me cry. But if it made you cry, to each their own. Tears are subjective.
It made me cry in the first one when our friend Ashton died off screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a real bummer.
There was something in Spider-Man 2 that made me cry. I can't remember what exactly.
Like not on the train.
You know what? Like a moment of joy, a moving moment is when MJ is about to get crushed by wherever Doc Ock is in that like fucking underground spot where he's building the spear thing. Jesus Christ, I don't know what that name's any of these things.
Weird underpass thing. Yeah.
And then like she suspects that Peter is Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he shows up and his mask is all fucked up and he catches falling, and she sees his face, it's like, hey. Yeah. Like there's
you can tell it's so heavy, but he's also trying to have a sweet moment.
That scene. The second she's like accepting of it, that really made me cry. And actually, it's corny as this might be my equivalent to whatever you love about that Return of the King scene when all the hobbits are coming in and it looks like heaven. When MJ is running, leaves her wedding to go be with Peter.
Yeah.
And then it has like super corny ass shot of MJ running. Like that gets to me. Yeah.
There's some etheria there.
Absolutely.
That's good old MJ.
Nell's monologue in the final episode. Of Haunting House.
That's a good call. That actress is terrific.
Wow, look at that hair.
I love it.
You look like Paul from Tekken. Bride of Frankenstein. Thank you, agoraphobic fanboy. Bride of Frankenstein, the monk scene. Legit sad. So sad.
Those Frankenstein movies are good at that.
Have you seen it?
The Bride of Frankenstein, I probably haven't effectively in a long time. So
you call yourself a horror aficionado.
It's like I know the Frankenstein pretty well, and I know I've seen The Bride, but I need to watch it for reals. It's been a while. It's been since I was a kid.
Lana Pico in the chat. Hey, Lana.
Oh, flowers for Algernon. Good call.
We said flowers in the attic.
Well, somebody else said flowers for Algernon. Amber Jones spamming the chat.
All right. Ooh. Bing Bong's final scene in Inside Out had me tear up. Oh, wait. Didn't you say this earlier?
Or did somebody else say
Someone else said it?
Did Chase maybe?
Look at the puppy in the Taco Bell box.
Caution contains serious attitude.
Oh my God. Look at that puppy.
That's Soup's Adorb. And I'm going to make y'all cry with my abbreviations now.
Doctor Who made me cry twice. Actually, there was an episode.
Doctor Who.
We reacted to the finale of the Eccleston season. That's going up on Patreon tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I saw it because we have a computer over here, there, and John was editing, and I looked over, and all I see is my face going.
Oh yeah, I was searching several moments of like, can I get a freeze frame with a good, very obvious cry? Just because I feel like those are some of the best reaction moments, and they're the hardest to transpose into a thumbnail.
Sometimes when we cry though, like with the lighting that we have, it can't really.
It doesn't. Yeah.
It's like this weird, like it's like a real sad part of narcissism when you're trying to find that reaction thumbnail moment.
Yes, like,
it's like so embarrassing if you're like telling someone, like, I'm trying to find this moment. Like I cried here, but you can't really tell I'm crying. But this is kind of sad that I'm like, it's sad and not a moving sad way, but it's sad that I'm trying to like make people like be more inclined to watch this by looking at my sad tear. Like,
this is the reaction it pulled out of me, and it might do the same to you.
like it's not a big deal if someone gets a notification and they see like, oh, it's probably a great reaction if they get moved to tears here. But if you walk in on us doing it, it's just depressing. Like and not in a like a motivating way. Like, it's depressing and like, oh, you guys are. It's like it feels pathetic in the moment of doing it. Yeah,
because you're just pouring over yourself.
Yeah.
Afan Ahmed Usmani, we got Cobra Kai season 2 over on the Patreons, yo. $5 and it's yours. All episodes.
DCF Ron is back.
DCF Ron 25.00 is back.
Name DCF. Fly, I did see the original Live Aid performance before, but it was one of the things where I didn't know. Thank you for your super chat, by the way, but where I didn't knew everything leading up to that. Yeah, okay, no, he's saying like the narrative structure and building up to that being the big crescendo moment of I have AIDS, I'm going out with a bang, even though this is not how it happened in real life, and I didn't get AIDS till after this concert. But in terms of the context of the storytelling, how like beautiful that moment is, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's some catharsis to be had there. I feel you. I feels ya.
All right, where are we at?
We're everywhere and nowhere.
Oh my God.
Are we almost there?
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up very, very soon.
Very soon, but not before the final super chats.
Katie Orlando was dating Mando, and then she had an affair with Marlon Brando.
Dude, every one of these needs an Eminem rap now.
Lately thinking about Katie
talking to
shopping
Warren
at
Beatty.
Macy's. Warren Beatty. There's an old photo of my niece and I. Aww. Do you want to kidnap her? Do you want to make her your own daughter, claim her as your own? I know how it goes. I think the only other emotional film was Green Mile. That's the only other film I've ever been emotional about. Green Mile.
Emotional.
Can't think of anything else. Green Mile 20 years ago. And it's just those two. Especially difficult since I saw it by myself the first time. 2 VHS tapes that old.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, I remember those days.
When they would separate them over 2.
God, yeah. That was annoying.
Chase Gardner, you're a peep after my own heart, crying with your family at the grave.
Couldn't properly skip ahead. At least with Laserdisc, you could skip ahead.
Oh, really? I still have yet to ever use one.
There was no scene selection. That's when DVDs were that's why DVDs were mind blowing. You could go to scenes. The first DVD I ever got was I didn't get it. It was like my dad bought it. It was the first DVD I was ever exposed to. Was the Brett Ratner directed comedy Money Talks.
Money Talks.
Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen. And then you went to the scene selection, and then the scenes were moving. So you could see what exact scene it was going to be.
Part of the movie.
It was
into.
Incredible. Wow. Hey, Jasmine's back in the chat. What's up, dear?
Amber Jones, The Terminal. There's some good tears to be had. Victor Navorsky.
All right.
Tom Hanks.
Yo, dude, Eric Horseman got it. Shop around the corner. That's the one. Thank you for getting my back, Eric. You're so sweet, buddy. Look at that real reject. That's a real reject tattoo. Real reject tattoo.
That right there. Real tattoo.
Eric
Horseman.
Cleric.
With the whores in.
All right, we're going to wrap this up very soon, guys. You can hear us, Gabriel. I know you lying.
You can hear.
I know you're lying.
God help me, I'm a thought. Let's do My Sweet Nan Nan.
Aw, I'm sorry, buddy. Ah, there we go. Got her chat. All right.
Sneaking in with sympathies for the ladies working tonight. But I am, in fact, non-binary. Also, I don't cry much at movies, but Detective Pikachu got me.
Was it the nostalgia? Was it the nostalgia that got to you, buddy?
Or was it, the prospect that maybe Justice Smith's dad would just stay a Pikachu forever?
I mean, Detective Pikachu didn't get me emotional at all.
No.
I mean, I was enamored. I was really wowed by the first half of that.
I had a lot of fun. I was like bubbly, but yeah.
Well, I'm glad you could share that experience.
I'm glad that you were moved by
and I
it.
love your glasses. I think we have the same exact glasses.
You have wonderful.
I'm a glasses connoisseur,
I
so
love
I know
the windswept quality of your hair and the rosy color of your cheeks. You look very sweet and pleasant.
Okay, but the next super chat, we got to be as equally complimentary to on their profile.
That's
pic.
right.
All right,
we got to do this up.
Wow, your choice to pick
Cowboy Bebop
is such a good call.
You are so attractive with your anime tastes.
Spike, that's his name. It's Spike. Yeah,
Spike.
Obvious movie, but Titanic always makes me cry. You know, unpopular opinion. I don't think they could have balanced on that door in Titanic. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The door in the
there's
water.
Evidence to support that. Yeah.
I mean,
and also, he needs to die. So somebody just enlightened me on this. He needs Jack has to die for Rose to become fully realized as a woman.
Why?
I don't know.
What's your reasoning there?
Because he's the manic pixie dream boy.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. My friend who explained this to me can explain it better than I can.
Did James Cameron ever speak about that shit?
I don't know. But I heard a very interesting dissertation about how if you think, Ripley is the only good, female heroine, look at Rose.
And then the last super chat of the day.
Oh, my.
Mimi M, you're the winner. Congratulations. She wants you to listen to this. Oh, I love Joyner Lucas. Oh, man, I wish I reacted to it. Did you hear the Will Smith rap?
I have not, but I also haven't heard the remix featuring real Will Smith.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I haven't heard either.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, my God, I'm just pressing so many buttons.
I haven't heard either version.
Yeah.
But I would like to hear both of them.
John, you got the request. Thank you, Mimi.
So, wait, okay, so we're saying Sorry by Joyner Lucas, Higher by, are we talking Nipsey Hussle right there? And then Window, okay, we got J. Cole.
All right. That's everyone for today. We did it.
I'm gonna take a few weeks to catch up with these music videos.
All right, guys. Let's read the last round of comments that we got in the chat today.
Iceberg right ahead. Owen doesn't like Titanic. Denzel Curry.
Let's see here. Justin Hita. Happy to be here. Love hanging with you too, buddy. It was a great time.
Thank you for the fun time. These wouldn't be fun without you guys.
I love this comment.
I watched the behind the scenes. I said, do not cry anymore.
Now that I know the movie magic.
I mean,
the only movie that has ever made me cry was Medea because it was so horrible. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Life Wells.
Aww.
Manic Pixie. Okay.
Yeah, about Jack and Titanic.
Good night, Mimi M. Anywho.
I feel like Mimi M ought to know your name.
Guys, we got to shoot for tomorrow we are going to be putting up this video with where we got to interview Lee Wanell, director of Invisible Man and Upgrade, was also one of the people who wrote Saw and starred in it. And he's done a bunch of shit actually with James Wan, worked on the Insidious films. He's Specs
and the writer.
Exactly. And then of course we interviewed Jason Blum in there as well from Blumhouse, the man behind the Blumhouse name.
It's his house.
It's a very short interview, but it was really fun to do, and we just gotta shoot a quick intro outro for it right now, edit it, and it'll be up tomorrow. Thank you to everyone here.
You have a sexy face, Biff Tannen.
Okay, all right, Eric.
Oh no, here we go.
Oh fuck! Wait, no, there's Ryan Beatty too. Nah, I'm like, okay. Thank you, Ryan Beatty. That's sweet. You guys don't need to fight. Appreciate everything you guys have contributed so far.
Check the Discord.
I guess it's the mic drop. And then thank you, Eric and Ryan, for that last contribution there. But also, check that video out tomorrow. It will mean a lot. Thank you to everyone who was here today. Have a good night. Stay tight. Do the right thing no matter what life brings your way. Just have a good rest of your day. Thank you guys so much. This is a lot of fun as usual. Love everyone here. See you next time.
Peace.
Be well, party people. Cheers.
Oh, that's how I do it. Heh.